Here we go. We are freaking linking up. Putting these outside out of mine.
That mop, they call them
Hey,
pineapple.
I got a notification, Rick.
That's it.
We're live.
The Beer Budget Show is live, guys. It is Saturday night. Let's see and give everybody a chance to freaking tune in here for a minute. Climbing. Saturday night. Oh, I heard something open.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. All right. Hey, we are about an hour early, West Coast time, compared to.
We're hourly everywhere.
Well, you know, it depends if where the hell you're standing.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Guns, Garwood, Big Gwen, Cody Scully, Polly, powered by Restring. Teague, here we go. Man, it's climbing up there, isn't it? Jeannie Kester with a howdy.
Sean DeLong. I talked to him all the way home.
She must be
What's it say?
the ladies.
Whatever.
Gate 9, Big Billy, Sean DeLong, Robbie Stanford, Buddha, how is Buddha checking in? He's got it in the semi? He's driving to Reno.
He's in the semi.
This guy, dude, I swear to God.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing better to do.
Yeah, you know.
Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Buddha?
If you don't know, I can't tell you.
Donnie Alexander?
I got
You know it, Paulie. Powered by Bush. Oh, yeah. Cardoza. Cardoza, how was Tucson, man? Let us know how the state race was down there.
This weekend?
Yeah, him and Jane are down, I think it was Tucson. I think they had, state race, I think, today. Right? Cardoza, state race was today? Oh, Buddha's already in Reno. Paulie was rad shit to see Melvin on the track today. I tell you, hey, he does exist. Everybody thought it was a myth, Mikey.
Yeah, it's been a few years. It wasn't much to watch.
Hey, it was cold outside. Caraway, what's up, Caraway? Esquivel.
74 motos.
Cardoza, 74 motos, ran really good. That's good. Hey, good to hear. Good to hear. Business been picking up. Racing. Also in my class.
3 straight.
3. Yeah, total points, Cardoza? Hey, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Where is your special guest? Well,
hey,
we got
patience.
Easy.
Patience.
The show has escalated to an all new level for tonight, and I tell you what, people, the viewers are just like chomping at the bit, right?
I know.
I'm
pushy.
I mean, my goodness.
Chad Nevis, we just got done seeing him.
Well, good job, Robert. Dang it, I'm proud of you, man.
You got that new racing carbon frame yet?
It's in the mail now.
After the day's win?
If that doesn't happen, then I know a team that could use him.
We could use them all.
Right.
We got a few old guys. We could use one.
Definitely so. Chad, he's already home. Who do we got? Mike looks like the guy who went to prison for life, hit the books, and now is being interviewed about his life history. You know what? Billy from Ohio, man. What can you say?
I'm sorry, I don't
Joel Mayaki. All right, we got Black Ops checking in. All right, so, hey, what's going on, Mike? Anything?
Not much.
Up?
Felt kind of good being on the track tonight. Had a pretty good showing for our team.
Yeah, team's looking pretty strong, man. We got things going on.
You banged it out on the mic, and everyone was happy, and
Definitely so, man. Hey, got DeSoto. We're leaving next week, man. Chris Allen, the Big Top. They got beachfront freaking weather going on. The ice storm is
80
gone.
degrees, man.
It went from -6 to like 75 in like 2 days.
That's awesome. That's what we need.
I tell you what, we can work on our tan in between motos.
Absolutely.
Okay? Yeah, so that's awesome. Manteca track tomorrow. Yeah, Chadley. Yeah. Shannon checking on it. Hey, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. Okay, so. Hey, remember, guys, if you guys got any news, throw it in the chat room. Any hot topics or whatever, gossip. Hey, it don't matter. Anything goes. We're in prime time. We really don't give a shit. Dude, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
You know you're high tech. Look, it's got subtitles.
It's because half the time they can't understand what we're saying because we're drinking.
There's a lot of us in here.
Look at You know, one of our guests' wife is being really pushy already.
I did, I'm telling you.
She's been blowing his phone
Oh,
up.
hey, Tara. Paul,
Here,
Big Paul,
Yes,
man, from
right.
Illinois.
Really? Again?
Yes. Oh, Rock Island, dude, the indoor. You know what? I got another indoor topic for the news section here coming up quick. Another track with a pretty banging indoor thing.
Really?
He knows.
Oregon.
You know it, brother love, and it don't get no better than that.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
laughing, son.
Oh, yeah.
You're laughing.
Hey, they take over the K2 go-kart facility, bro.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
They start on the grid.
It's
Really?
yeah, it's cool. We're gonna get to that, man. Oh man. Jake Smith, what's up, Jake? Heck yeah. You saw the kids today? I'm sorry. Brian Gladden, not my dad. Shoot. Hey, it's all good. Hey, 69 motos at the creek, man. Local racing is not
Picking
giving up at all. It's not letting down. Pal had 51, I believe, yesterday.
That's like 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row for Powell.
They had, 40 at the creek on Wednesday. They had Reedley, Lemoore, and Hanford. They're sitting in the mid-20s during the week for their stuff. I'm not sure what Reedley and them had today. You know,
I haven't heard
had to work, had to pay the bills today. So
Yeah.
I was kind of distant on social media.
Right.
You
It
know,
happens like that.
it does. I mean, believe it or not, I was off of social media quite a bit today. Oh, the missing GT Pro has been found. Amanda's chiming in on that one.
Nice.
That was that was one of the new GTs
Really?
that was out there. Yeah.
I heard you announce it, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they freaking did. Yeah, I don't know what part of the track they stole it from, but that thing was missing for like a good 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, because I know I announced it like round one, and then I think when we were heading up into Mains or something, if I remember right.
What's going on, Chris Beer?
Chris Beard got done polishing the helicopter.
Yeah, fueling it up.
You know it, man. What time in Manteca tomorrow? Probably 11 o'clock, Buddha. All right, guys. Hey, as usual, appreciate everybody tuning in. Get into the news here. Alabama National. Man, oh man, what a heater out there. 186 motos yesterday. The pros really freaking picked it up out there. I mean, in men, women, vet pro.
Vet pro, very noble.
Very noble.
He was coming, bro.
9 to 5.
He was coming. Yeah.
Man, what can you say, man? You had even the B-mains were pretty stacked. You had 35 pros, 20 women, and I think you had 2 racks of vet pro.
20 women. That's a big,
You know,
big number there.
oh, dude, I tell you what, they were killing it, man. You had, Shibby, Klumper, Van Kamen, Villegas, Cam Moore, Daudet, Fields, Long, Smith, Souza. Everybody under the sun. You had Willoughby, Verhagen, Crane, Jones, Vaughn, the twins, the Hayes sisters from Supercross, Lauren Reynolds, Stansel.
Boy, at least killed it.
God dang. Oh, and freaking Alan Hudson in Vet Pro too.
Alan Hudson looked pretty good too. He was leading it.
Vet Pro is looking pretty freaking spicy this year.
Yeah.
With Mosquito, Tyler Brown, Nobles, and Hudson. Hang on, here we go.
Yeah, it got interesting quick last night in their main.
I tell you what, but that's cool because you know what? It's good because it's an interesting track. It's not the run-of-the-mill kind of cookie-cutter kind of track.
Right.
The crossover, plays a big role because that's a long table coming out of the first straight, and then it's short when you cut back around out of 1 going down the second straight into 2. And man, getting dicey, getting heated.
Yeah, it was some pretty good racing. I watched quite a bit of it today, and it was or yesterday.
Daudet came out both days, dude.
I know, can you believe that?
Daudet,
He's no spring chicken either.
dude,
Guy still can ride.
Daudet, you had, Stansel and Willoughby going toe-to-toe with Verhagen. Getting up, Peyton Ridenauer is looking freaking hot, too. She's freaking mixing it up in there really good. You know, I don't know.
Elise hasn't missed a beat. I mean, she's
No, dude. Man. Shit.
she killed it.
Cam Larson.
Cam Larson.
Cam Larson. Sticking his nose right there. It's like, hey guys, remember me?
Yeah.
You know, the young buck. Yeah, I'm here. Whew, man, dude.
Good stuff.
Shit was getting it.
Good stuff.
And then all expert classes. The girls locally. Here,
Yes.
here,
Yeah, they
here,
have their own battles in Alabama. Yep. Absolutely, they were.
You can't freaking beat it right now, guys. It's freaking McLean, Josh McLean for freaking Full Tilt, dude. Aussie, man. Jeff Willis, Matt Brown, what's up, guys? Bierman, Mumford, Wackford. Hey, dude, looks Buddha. Hey, dude, little buddy looked pretty stout, man. He's chipping away. A couple weeks in, coming back in off the couch. Big shout out to Noah.
He's not Buddha, he's Teddy Bear.
He's got it going on, man. Can't wait for more. Camping is going to be epic. Watch for the Mo Better Racing crew partying up and cooking up a feast. Have your plate ready. All right, that's coming from Mo Better. Not my kid, Verdugo. Hey, thank you, Ray. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Everybody tuning in, it's always appreciated. I can't express it enough. Man, another big one coming out of Alabama. Parker Respis that got picked up by Rip Tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right? He freaking blasted his shoulder back in Phoenix. Got all healed up, man. All right, ready to go. Gonna go to Bama. Right? He lost his goddamn bike. Pure freaking pandemonium getting ready for racing yesterday. They find the bike. Cool, dude. Hey, Respis, he's good, dude. I think he came over from Hyper, I believe. I think they picked him up from Hyper,
so.
I believe. Not sure, not too sure. Don't quote me on it. Freaking took a digger, dude. Same shoulder, gone.
No.
Yesterday, man. Dude, poor freaking kid, man. He's got it going on, too.
That's going to be a long one.
Yeah, dude. So,
2 1/2.
hey, shout out to Parker, man. Get healed up. Yeah, dude. Oh, man, that's a... Hey, babe, can you kill the garage?
Close it?
Yeah, please. Right. Bust out through some quick news here. Other ones we got. Okay, on top of Reedley and Napa and Santa Clara. Let me wait for the garage door to go down. Getting chilly.
The studio door, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to freeze the guests.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Okay, so on top of Reedley, Santa Clara, Napa. Reedley, Santa Clara, Napa. We got Roseville joining up the beginner league. Roseville, Oak Creek, gonna be starting up their beginner league here in I believe a week or two. Next week is actually their open house for it. So hey.
Well, everybody else is pulling pretty good numbers.
Well, you know what? BMX is
Hopping.
It's the pedals are moving. Okay, like the Patriot BMX team, all cranks, no brakes. Kind of catchy. I'm like, all right, I can dig it, dude. All cranks, no
Works.
brakes. That's cool.
Works.
And starting up here in June, Howard Cato, Camp Cato, coming to you, and he's gonna be holding his camp at freaking Napa.
No.
Last year he held it at Dirt World over there in Richmond, so he's moving on up with the Bay Area BMXers camp, and is going to be doing it over there at Napa North Bay.
I think you have a lot better camp that way. Honestly, have it actually on the track, you know, with the gate and everything.
Well, I tell you what, last year's freaking camp didn't slouch.
No.
That's for sure. You know, so
I agree.
hey, dude, hats off to Howard
Howard doing
and the crew over there. Happy birthday, Mark Jackson.
That's right. Happy birthday, Mark.
Mark Jackson. Yes, sir. Great guy. Let's see. In other news, the show has landed. Valley Roofing Consulting. Jason Silva coming on board. And, hey, cannot thank Jason coming on board with Valley Roofing and Solar. Greatly appreciate that, and going to help out the show. So we appreciate that, Jason. And Jason actually has something put together for BMXers on this. He has all right, so Valley Roofing has a BMXer referral program that will get a $500 gift card to Tangent. So if you refer any BMXers out there, family, kids, it don't matter, Valley Roofing, and Jason gets the sell, you're going to walk away with a $500 gift card to Tangent. So, hey, Jason going big, man.
Hey.
He's got the 21 Productions elite team over there with the Robbies. You know, they're all looking strong. Curt Schmidt, local kid, making millions
today, yep.
making his first national main, dude, in a long time. So congratulations to him. All the locals out here. There's a handful out there.
There were. Gomalikis look pretty
No
good today.
Malikis are out there. You know, NorCal to SoCal. Holzer was there. I mean, you name it. There was a handful. I don't know all the names, but I know California was out there representing. And matter of fact, out of 42 riders, just got this. Where the hell did it go? Oh shit! It's on that side. I'm looking at the screen. It looked like it was behind me. Gifted to the show out of 42 riders, 17 to 20. Stars and bars. Nick Adams, Rift Tangent.
That's my baby.
Sealing the deal. Congratulations, Nick. We appreciate the jersey coming up here in the show. That's the first jersey of the show.
Absolutely.
So we might have two here in a couple minutes or so.
I kind of thought Secret was in those ones, but you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I think
I
I think he's got flannels that say hacks on.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
like
does.
going out there and popping the collar over there at the BLBP. You know, showing people what's up.
Yeah, you can't wear a jersey out there. It's cold right now.
You know, it gets a little chilly.
It does.
It's all right.
Especially in the snow.
The PBRs keep you warm.
Bunch of thin skin.
Ben Troya.
California, Matt Mumford,
Man.
California. I think he got a little bit in Arizona. So
He expanded. He did expand. Yeah, he's in Arizona, Oregon, Nevada, and California,
think
I
so.
believe. So yeah, Holzer on the big boy bike with the Profile Elite cranks, muscles it up. All right, rockin' rowdy Holzer. Another big one in the news is Oregon Indoor BMX. I shared this earlier. I think yesterday or Thursday. I think on the page. Oregon Indoor BMX is okay. So Big Paul D from Rock Island. We know what they did earlier this year.
Killed it.
Killing it indoor at the warehouse, dude, with the prefab jumps.
Absolutely.
And everything. I swear to God, I missed the live videos from when they were running it in the warehouse. You know, Rock Island had it going on. But now Oregon Indoor, these guys rented out freaking K1 go-kart venue.
That's awesome.
They're starting on the grid, like IndyCar style. And I didn't see any jumps, but it's got the zigs, the zags, the turns. I mean, you got the tire bumpers in the corners. You know, foot down, slide out. You're in the tires, okay? And you're doing not one. You're doing 2 laps, no crap.
2 laps.
2 laps is a race, son.
Wow.
Chase is a race, man.
Wow. That's
That
interesting.
is, I'm telling you, dude. Walski's loving Alabama. I bet you Walski's loving having Medley over there too.
Get out the hairspray for
Exactly. With Coca-Cola.
indoor, dude.
Yeah. Put a little Coke in the
Man, I
tires.
swear I'm gonna call our local K1 and do one.
Kmart tires.
Valencia. He's like,
It's funny how
calling
most
it.
people have no idea what we're talking about either.
Pro Pay,
I remember
outside industry
doing it in
sponsors.
Reno
I-
with Lawler
hey,
on the concrete.
if you got K1 sponsoring your indoor thing, but
That's big time.
dude, I mean, that's crazy. I seen the video. You guys go check it out. Go on Oregon Indoor BMX on their Facebook page. They got videos and stuff on how they do it. it's mind blowing. It's very intriguing. Hats off to them out there, man.
Whatever it takes to keep
Oh,
going.
dude, I tell you what a rush, man. They got it going on, man.
K1 racing. That's
You know what? That shows, track operators nowadays are just like, you know what? If they can't run at their track, they're going that next extra freaking
Well, you got to do something.
extra deal.
Because if you're a track operator, you're committed, and all of a sudden the county or state's not letting you ride. There's ways around everything.
Man.
If you know the right people or have the money, I mean, but obviously K1 wanted to hook them up, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, Malibu Grand Prix over there. They did Redwood City, I believe it was. They did that like back in the 80s. Troya's got it. Shoot them, Valencia. I'll shoot them $1,000. They ain't gonna turn me away. The parking lot at Merced. You know what? Rock Island did a parking lot state race.
Yes.
Late last year with 100+ motos for parking lot.
On prefab jumps.
Dude, get it. What up, Mark? Happy birthday, Mark. Mark's checking in, man.
Mark's checking in.
Heck yeah.
Kind of boring. What are you doing out here on your birthday, bro? Come on, you gotta have something better to do.
We could.
You
want to hang out with us on a Saturday night
on your birthday?
Dang, bro. Shoot, you could have just came and hung out in the garage with us.
Right.
We could have celebrated right.
Hot tub time machine.
Hot tub time machine, the whole damn thing. This is episode 46. Creeping up on a year, man.
Damn, dude.
Creeping up on a year, brother.
What are we gonna do for a year?
Who would have thought? You know what? Hey.
Neither one of us.
We didn't. We just pressed the live button, dude. Medley is happy. He
Yes,
has his
Palmer.
arm. I bet he does. Shoot. Other than that, you know what? Not too much local news. Everything's been running kind of smooth. The weather's been good. Big shout out to All Things BMX, Chris Beers, Melissa, Justin, Paul Remington. We only tune in to watch Paul.
Yeah.
We love Paul because he's got the manicured goatee and kicks everybody at Duck Dynasty's ass.
Yeah, well,
Because he's just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
And when your last name's Remington,
him and his lizard, right?
well, I'm just thinking he's got a shotgun somewhere.
He might.
It's probably in his goatee. It's in the beard.
Could be.
He's got a box of shells.
Could be.
Just sitting there.
Could be.
The guy's strikingly handsome. And not too many handsome people in Michigan.
Well, yeah, look.
Definitely not Justin.
I'm telling you.
And good thing Beers has a helicopter, so he can fly the hell out of there.
Hey, Melissa makes the whole show look good.
God bless Melissa for putting up with those guys. That's it. The power, consistency, state. Big Eric Brandon checking in. Troy, I remember those. Robbie remembers races back when the freaking disc brakes were square. That's why, he is BMX Jesus. And look, history's repeating itself. Disc brakes are making a comeback when they're around.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I call it how I see it.
Hey,
it's just
sure. Say what you gotta say.
anything
Okay.
goes here, man.
Absolutely. Robbie is old. I hate to keep rubbing it in, but hey, shit happens.
It's all right though, dude. You know what? One of these days.
You'll be that old?
John Rush. I feel that old, bro. I've been up since 3 o'clock.
Come on, bro.
I'm telling you,
You're
dog.
thunder midget.
Don't
You
sweat
don't
me,
get tired.
son. Disc brakes are bitching. Troy had like 2 lunches, man. And,
What does he know about disc brakes? He don't even use any brakes.
They just look cool.
But he don't even use them.
He's got skinny jeans for fly racing pant version, dude. He's like,
True that. He does.
He goes to Starbucks between motos, dude. Has himself a little cappuccino.
A latte.
Pinky's out. Okay, I think even his toe, too.
Think so?
Looking at his clip shoes, I think so. I don't know. Robbie, kiss my ass, Rick. We didn't have square wheels. I didn't say square wheels. I said square disc brakes, Robbie.
Jesus.
Jeez. You should be in the studio, too, a.k.a. the garage. Come on, Troy. We love you, Troy. Hey, Troy, if I don't see you, have a great day tomorrow.
I'm sure I won't see you. That's right. You ain't coming to Manteca.
All right, now here was something that was kind of interesting. It was sent to me. I get a lot of bullshit sent. We're gonna talk like throughout the night or whatever, or into the morning on it. There was a post at USA BMX saying, "Oh, hey, who would want to see?" It was on Throwback Thursday. Who'd want to see knobby tires, wood obstacles, flat turns, and a whole lot of fun? Who wants to race around a tire track again? Alright, that's kind of cool. But, you have your hand up, sir.
He's in.
I'm down.
Hey,
It's so fun.
But,
it was fun.
isn't it, though, an oxymoron, though? Because of, like, a handful of
Who
years...
am I sitting next to? Who is this guy?
Because a
Big
handful...
words coming out.
Because
You're scaring me.
I tell you what, dude.
You're scaring me,
Hey,
bro.
hey, you get somebody to sponsor the show, the intelligence just goes through the roof.
That's what it is.
Okay, isn't it like a cross cancellation? Because a handful of years ago, they were pushing everybody to get soil tax straightaways, asphalt turns. They were turning tracks away
For getting a national because
from
of
the
that.
national because they didn't have asphalt
Yep.
turns. You know, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, you're right. I mean,
but
you're right.
you know, and I mean, people thank God for the viewers that they send in and chime in on a lot of topics, you know, and they like sending the stuff in. So it's like, hey, you know what? It's worth talking about. You know, me, I could give a crap either way,
Right.
but I think it's kind of true. You know, there are still, though, a handful of dirt tracks out there. Reedley, Oak Creek, Hanford.
That's it.
I was like, there's no, I know there's one more. I was, yeah, Hanford.
Right.
And
Where did this- where did this-
Boomtown.
Where did this come out of? What area of California did that come from?
Boomtown paid their
Did they send this to you?
I thought they rebuilt the track.
Central California, like
Greeley area.
yeah, Release,
Okay.
Fresno kind of area, you know. So I was like, hey, dude, you know what? Kind of, that's a good. I mean, it's a topic.
Hey,
You know,
what?
I don't know.
I think they'd be surprised. I mean, USA BMX will never get on board because they won't make enough money out of it. But
I think
all
they're
honesty-
building a track that you have to pedal. Who's building the track, Cardozo? Are you talking about the track they're building there at the new headquarters there in Tulsa? Jay Price made it home, made it over the hill. Big
Look at
Jiggy Jiggy J.
look at that, 100 already.
I'm gonna go sweep the treads.
That's it. Bring Stockton back, John Rush.
Well, hell, Roseville's getting to be the old Stockton right now. with
Indoor
numbers
dirt
raising.
is epic.
Holy
Hey,
cow,
indoor
no
dirt.
kidding.
I miss the indoor tracks, man. I
Better
do.
than Charter Way.
I really do.
Don't let your bike out of your sight. That's all.
And,
Mhm.
Don't stay at the Motel 6 and watch the gang war.
Yeah. Hey, so you know what? That was one of the topics that was sent in. Phone. A couple other ones that we had come in. Okay. Oh, dude, the girls series, the ladies series at Santa Clara.
I heard nothing but good things. A lot of pumped up women.
5 racks again. Okay. Yesterday was stop 3 of 4. Okay, and they're, correct me if I'm wrong, right, Nick? You're taking their 2 best scores. Well, Annalise Solano showed up and tied it up with Stella Sinceri. They're both at 248. Elena Delanis is at 247 in the catbird seat. 1 point. What? 1 point out.
Don't count her out.
Olivia Yee is in the mix. Brianna Winter, Christina Cunningham, Teresa Esquivel, Gianna Yee, Jennifer Juarez, Jamie Tanaka. There's your top 10. And the list goes
Wow.
on. There's at least 30 ladies on this list.
That's awesome.
Oh, best 2 scores are factored. Okay, I had to shrink it down. Sorry. Everybody's still on furlough, I guess, in this shithole show we got here. Two.
Man, 2 gates at 500 in Tucson. That's cool. Best class on the track.
Bring Reno National back. Hell yeah, bring Reno National
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the GSR and put chairs in the elevator and send them to the top floor.
No wonder we got kicked out.
It's fun shit. It's epic.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? We just do rad shit. That's all. Gonna be some rough semis come March 12th. Okay, you talking about for the lady series there, Nick? Need that 40 and over and rate. You know what, dude? I tell you what, the 40 and over. You know what? Any of these like the
Flat pedal race,
like the
the
flat pedal
Classic
race.
Pro.
You know, throwing on these races now. It's a big hit. It's a big freaking. It's
Brings them out of the woodwork. People we haven't seen in a long time pop into
It's
those.
biting and it's bringing motos, man, and the shit's exciting too, because everybody's freaking legit.
Yep.
You know, so
Just spread out quarters and semis. Only thing I can tell you. If you do another one.
I'm telling you, need the 40 and over race at PAL. The final, yeah, Mark, they come, I'll provide. All right, looks like Nick's got something over there in the works for that one. Cool. Hey, you never know. Let's see. We got one here that was posted today. Elkhorn Bmx. They are looking for some extra hands, some extra volunteers and stuff. They're looking for people for concrete, asphalt, lumber for a new moto board, and welding. They're looking to do some touching up over there at the facility. Anybody that knows and been to Elkhorn, you know, it's good little family chill track. It's different track. It's racy. You know,
We were just there, last week? Yeah.
It's a good freaking venue.
That's
The Fords.
The Fords. Well, they can hit me up if they want some stuff welded. I'll come up there.
Yeah. So they're looking for some hands, guys. So if anybody can lend Elkhorn a hand here or
For what,
within the
Dave?
next couple weeks, hit them up on the message them on their Facebook, Elkhorn Bmx CA11.
So they're going to do some big things out there.
How come nobody checked out the Cow Palace to take place at Reno?
Did we race in the Cow Palace? didn't we?
You can't go to the Cow Palace now because everybody shits on the sidewalk, Rush.
Yeah.
You end up getting that on your tires, you're screwed.
No, it
God
just-
forbid your clips.
Just makes it sticky in the corner.
No, it depends what the hell they ate the day before.
Right?
True.
True. And it probably wasn't anything good, so it ain't going to be very sticky.
Like if you had carnitas, you probably don't want to run through that.
In Frisco? Exactly. That just is all bad in the get-go.
We just go back.
We just throw it out there.
If there's some barbecued rib poop, you are sticking like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah.
Cheap
With it,
soup.
if it's got some of that Baby Ray's sauce on it, dude, you're good. It's
Yeah.
stick 'em. It's
Stick 'em.
It's like a wide receiver. They
It's
spray
like
the
Lester
shit.
to molester.
Yeah, exactly.
Rub it on your gloves, dude.
Lester
You're never
Hayes.
letting go of your grips.
Yeah.
So, Cow Palace is in the hood.
We can always go back to the LA
Talladega
Coliseum.
turn 1, yes, sir.
Wouldn't it, though? The LA Coliseum with the hay bales and a water jump?
And just like, why do we have to have backside for landings? Just send it off to go to flat.
We did it for years.
That's usually what I do. I just flat bottom.
I remember being a kid at Reno, and the track was in Hidden Valley, and you came out of the second corner, and there was a straight up drop off, and you couldn't roll down it. You were going so fast,
Just let it go. Send it.
yeah, and then a big old sweeping flat turn. It was so cool. And tabletop.
Right.
Well, it's just like Frogtown, Angels Camp.
Yes. Oh.
That big,
that's so
humongous
hard.
first turn.
That, you know what? You just made an old injury hurt. Mentioning Angels Camp.
Oh, Rick, you won the sprint stand? I'm glad you like it.
Who? What?
Rick Lowry won the sprint stand last weekend.
Oh, Lowry. Oh, yeah. Lowry run the what?
Did
The
he
flat
not? Is there
pedal-
anything he didn't win?
Dude,
The flat pedal open, man. Big low rider Lowry, man.
the last dude that needs a sprint stand is Rick Lowry.
Right.
Okay?
Especially as
The
a
guy's got it going on. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for the news topics. Remember, guys, hey, chat room's open. You guys got any news or whatnot? Throw it up there. We'll talk about it. Crabtree, Black Ops checking in. Big John. I tell you what, dude, he's another one that is added to the roster along with Iron Lion, NorCal Next Gen. These guys,
They're getting big.
dude, these rosters on the local side it's crazy.
Makes me feel small.
I mean, dang, dude, it makes me feel like, man, yeah, we're just getting started.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
only
just
got
got
15.
we got a handful of riders. You know, we're still looking for a girl.
Yeah.
Any parents out there that have a girl that is teamless and is oozing potential? Let Mike or me know.
Oozing
So,
potential.
exactly. Yeah, well, anything's better than me. So I mean, look at me. So, okay, guys. So in other news, I'm gonna be bringing Vendetta NorCal pool. Yeah, between Troya, the bus, and Stark's Airlines today.
Right.
The cruiser. You know,
Saw that.
it was like freaking Step Brothers with an extra brother.
I didn't see Jim.
Yeah, the bus. You couldn't see him. He was gone. He
I
checked
mean, I
out.
didn't see him riding around anywhere. I mean,
He had the keys. He had it warmed up in the parking lot.
He
Gate
usually
dropped.
does.
He was gone.
he usually does.
You know, and then you had Starks and Troya playing paper, rock, scissors for a second. You know, it is what it is. Is there anything going on getting Atwater going? Yeah, Willis, as soon as you freaking open your checkbook, bro, because I know you make good money, and Atwater would definitely appreciate
You
you.
just bought a Tesla. You can afford to do a track.
And no, that's the other Jeff.
Oh, the other Jeff.
Other Jeff. I'm Jeffro Willis from
Oh.
Robbie's.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they would greatly appreciate. As a matter of fact, Uncle Donnie and Robbie Stanford would appreciate that because they are looking at running a track along with Vern Baca and
Nevada
Bretts. They're in your area. So, all right, guys. So that's gonna do it for the news that I have, and I'm gonna bring on our first guest, Jeremy Strauss, 4145 expert. He's got some breaking news to tell us about. What's up, Jeremy?
What's up,
Welcome
Rick?
to the show.
Thank you.
That is a snappy jersey, bro.
Yeah, I like it.
So, what you got going on, Jeremy?
I got a new factory sponsorship this year from
Man.
Majesty,
Majesty.
Based out of where?
based out of Missouri.
They don't think that the Side-Hack World Championships are going to be?
Yeah, at Spring
I think so.
Spring BMX or
Blue
something?
Springs?
Blue Springs BMX in Missouri, yeah.
okay.
Is that kind of the local, do you know, to where they're at?
They have a couple of tracks that they go to, but the one that the one that has a national coming up this year is Raytown.
Oh, dude.
Raytown. There you
Man,
go.
you got Raytown, and then you got the freaking Side-Hack Nationals right there, too, in Missouri. Whew.
You
Man,
might have
that's...
to hit up Majesty for...
We might have to sell them a couple Side-Hacks.
Yeah,
See what they got.
yeah.
So, dude, you got... So what? You got Fly, you have Hawk Racing.
Yep.
Hawk Racing, who are they?
They
I'm not-
Bottom bracket?
bottom bracket.
Oh, the bottom bracket. Okay, Hawk,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
V and XS
V-Tire,
Energy Drink.
XS Energy Drink. Where are they? Where are they at?
You know, I haven't seen that one. I had to look it up myself, but
Yeah?
yeah, I guess they must be out of the Midwest.
Sweet.
Excess energy.
XS Energy. Hey, dude, I tell you what, I'm down. I'm good for an energy drink or three.
Yeah,
Like throughout the
absolutely.
day.
You're thinking about a couple with them, you know?
It would have been cool, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we
yeah.
could, you know what? Next show.
Next time.
Next show.
Yeah,
Next show.
exactly, yeah.
What else you got? You got Integrity. Who's that?
Mechanics.
Integrity
Mechanic
Mechanics.
shop. Yeah.
And Fall Risk.
Yeah.
Fall Risk Racing
Risk
products,
Racing.
right? With the forks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's Curt
They're
Schmidt, isn't it?
Aren't they out of SoCal or something? Or Arizona?
I'm not sure.
I believe.
You're asking too many questions.
I'm intrigued by it.
I know, but he
I'm digging the jersey though
Yeah, it looks
because
pretty good.
it pops, dude. It's kind of cool because you know why
Looks
it
even
pops?
better with the name on the back.
Oh, because it's your name?
Kingdom Components. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
Kingdom Components is the other stuff they make. Majesty is the frame, and
Okay.
Kingdom Components is all the other stuff. They make brakes, headsets, wheels, carbon wheels.
Oh, so it's kind of like BRG with Chase and XS and,
Right.
and Insight.
Yep.
Then.
Kingstar and all that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
So wait, Missouri. So did you guys have a team down there in Alabama this week?
You know, I'm not sure who made it out,
Yeah.
but there's been riders at quite a few of the past nationals this year.
Oh yeah. Oh cool. Dude, awesome. Good stuff. What else you got going on, bro? I mean, hey, the floor is yours, brother.
Well, let's start with the wheel, I guess.
All right. Let's get. I love having props, man.
They make some great carbon wheels. I have Onyx hubs on mine, and both of the wheels together come to 3.8 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa, and you got what? You got the 20 mil too?
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Folks. Rainbow ties, folks. Yeah. I like the pattern on the carbon though. It's nice.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, they have two options to go with, and I like that one the best. But yeah, they do have two options.
Do they do
As far
colors or just carbon colors?
Just carbon. Yeah, for now.
Yeah, they're nice.
They also are in production for carbon forks coming out soon.
So is there
They're,
any part for bike that they don't make?
Let's see.
You know?
They've got Yeah, there's a few parts they don't make, but they've got brakes,
Probably headsets,
you know,
bottom
B
brackets.
brakes, headsets,
Yeah.
seat clamps, you know, stuff like that. But they're expanding, and they actually started off as a number plate company back in 2010.
Hear that, Billy? You could be next, buddy.
I tell you what, Gate 9 carbon wheels. Billy.
They'll work on your farm.
Billy's over there
Good for your
freaking
wheel.
working on jerseys and number plates over there in
Yeah.
Ohio, man.
For your wheelbarrow, you put them on your wheelbarrow for your
Yeah, or
pet farm.
you know what? It could. You never know. It could be Bummer. Could be Reckless. Holy.
Foley, yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
You know what? I know Hubman might go for some carbon. You know, start calling it up, guys. You never know. Fall risk.
That
Leave it to Cardozo. Okay.
He called it.
Yeah.
Jim called it. He's
Maybe Jim was in ET with Cardozo.
he's not old enough for that.
Stephanie Mays was in.
Stephanie Mays
Yeah.
was
Yeah, he was one of the writers in.
E.T.
Yeah.
So Robert knows him, I'm sure.
There's an energy sponsor there, Jeannie. Scotty B, congrats. Great seeing you guys out there tonight. You too, Mikey. Oh, Scotty B.
Yep.
Do they got 24-inch,
Carbons.
Jeremy?
Yes,
Oh, they do.
There you go, John
I believe
Rush.
so. I believe so.
Call-
Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure.
Call Jeremy. He'll hook you up.
Oh, no, 26, Ryan. You're right. No 26 inch.
No 26? Not
Sorry.
yet. You know what? Make the phone call. Reckless Cycling. Call Kevin. He's got all kinds of parts. Elk Grove Bike Shop. Right there up 99. By Hacksaw's, where his girl hangs
I was
out.
searching. Dude,
Stephanie lived across the street from Robert Cardozo as a kid.
Yeah, that's rad.
Right? How cool is that? What else you got, Jeremy?
Well, I think they're the best thing they have, and the reason why they want to have a little bit more of a presence on the West Coast now is their frame, the Majesty frame.
Look how low profile that thing is.
Man,
Yeah.
that thing is squatty, bro.
One of the things that I really liked about it is the low profile. Yeah.
I'm all about low profile.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. We know.
I mean,
Low center of gravity.
barely scraping 5 feet, right, Leo?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm about the Bubba scrub, but
Yeah, you can't even spell Bubba Scrub. Go ahead.
I'm not,
It's got
I'm not
the-
here for spelling.
You can't.
I blame Troya.
It's got the hydroform tubing, the top tube and down tube. The front head tube is tapered
Yeah. 1/1
and rectangular chain stays, and then they got the innovative design. Yeah, you can. It comes with the adapters to run anything you want, and it's got integrated tensioners. Thank you. And one of the unique things that they do is they use their logo for the bridge right here.
Wow. Yeah, hey, if you want to get up and throw it there in front of the camera so they can give them a pan shot of that, Jeremy, that's killer, dude.
Custom color. How many color options do you have?
They gave me a choice of 6,500 colors to choose from, and I wanted something that was going to catch some attention, so I went
Well,
with
your
the.
wife likes it.
Dude, I tell you what, it looks really good. I mean, on top of with the rainbow spokes, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a hot build when it's done.
Made in the USA, Ben.
Just call it the Sandy Driver.
I know, dude. Like, I'm kind of
I'm not sure where. Do you know where they're actually constructed at? Is it in Missouri or is Sal doing them?
I'm not sure. They changed manufacturers because they were having
Kevin's
an issue.
asleep already.
Imagine that.
The company is rider owned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brian Jones and Jason Sequenza are both racers. Brian's been doing it for 40 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, it's got a tapered freaking seat tube, too. I seen how it...
Yeah.
See, look at that, Mikey. Coming off the freaking top tube. Jim, you seen that?
Yeah.
Coming down to that bottom bracket? Man, I'm...
It's the same setup like what all the carbon frames are doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're widening it out to the bottom bracket and stiffening it up.
The low profile design too makes it very stiff.
So you haven't got to ride this yet. Have you ridden any of these frames yet?
The first time I saw it was at the Nebraska National last year, the Cornhusker National, and the design just caught my eye in staging, and I hadn't heard the name, so I had to go over and start talking to him. I mean, the bike was just hot.
You see this shit, Justin Tompkins? He's probably sleeping too,
Oh, I'm
so
sure he
I'm
is.
gonna call him out. But I know Melissa, she'll probably wake him up. See this, Justin? We got to deal with this crap in 4145 this year. Okay, this bad bitch right here, the purple people eater.
Right? They
Shit.
don't like orange at all.
I mean, but look how freaking beefy it is. Now look how much further this comes down.
Right.
From the top tube and down tube, coming off the freaking.
Well, the squattiness makes that a possibility because it's so low. You get to weld more of it together. That thing is. I guarantee you that thing's stiffer than stiff. Guarantee it.
Just a seat tube flat
Man.
like that on the bottom bracket.
Pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah,
that thing that's killer. Jeremy.
anytime they
That's-
find something better they can do, they go right after it.
Now, how long they been doing the frames? Because I mean, in all honesty, Jeremy, until you told me a couple months ago about it, I didn't or hadn't heard of them. So I mean, are they like low key? The team kind of small, or is it like kind of hearsay, or how does it go about for people to find it? You know, they got Facebook, Instagram, or whatever.
Yes, they do have a Facebook. They're working on a website right now so that they can sell more nationally. They're also in talks with other co-sponsors that are going to be coming on later. So our co-sponsor list can be changed up a little.
Oh, okay, all right.
But like I said, they want to get a little bit more West Coast exposure.
Yeah.
They've been mostly Midwest, but they've been making frames for quite some time. I'm pretty sure their first frame was in 2012.
Mhm.
So they've been making frames for a while. And like I said, every time they see a place where they can improve it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention
Yeah, so,
internal cable routing.
So how?
So the hole you can actually get the cable out of, which is nice.
Man.
Yeah, the pieces will go. I mean, the pieces that go on the cable can go on after you put the cable in.
I almost put a USB plug in there for the show. I almost plugged the TV into the frame instead of the laptop. That's like how cool it was.
That's a charger.
You know, yeah, cell phone charger maybe when you're in staging. I don't know.
Well, you can put a battery in
Yeah,
there.
well, you know,
Put a solar panel on top of your helmet.
You know what? You need a solar panel.
Yep.
Valley Roofing.
Valley Roofing.
You
There
know
you
what?
go.
They'll charge anything.
Wasn't a cheap plug, wasn't it?
Oh man. Man, yeah, Jeremy, dude, that's killer, bro. I mean, coming out, okay, like you said, expanding to the West Coast, picked you up. What you said? NAG 8, right?
NAG 8 this year.
NAG 8,
my,
got 41,
my
45.
first NAG ranking.
Hey, congratulations on that, Jeremy. I know racing you these handful of years, you've definitely put in the work, dude. And hey, man, hats off to you and congratulations on this one, man.
Nice.
Thank you. It
this
has
is,
been a lot of work, actually.
This is
Nothing's easy, especially in this sport.
the graphics.
Yeah.
The graphics alone
And at this age.
are pretty. Tell me about it, dude.
I didn't want to hear
I'm-
it, bro.
I'm
Just stop with your
Hey,
age thing.
if I make a cup of coffee in the morning,
Kiss
I'm
my ass
good.
with that one.
You know?
Ain't at this age. Listen to this shit.
Man, yeah,
That's
jeez,
banging.
that is just that's.
So when we're gonna see it on the track?
Very soon.
Tomorrow?
Well,
Manteca.
Manteca, 11 o'clock.
We got tools here.
He ain't got a bike in here.
We
He's
got-
got a
I
bike.
got
I'm
bikes.
going to get it out as soon as possible.
We-
The thanks to FedEx, the pieces for the back
Back
are behind the frame, so
Oh, nice.
they should be here soon. And once I have them, this thing's going to be built
Ready to go.
in an hour. Yeah,
Right,
I want this thing out.
FedEx
I
is
mean,
a great company right
I
there.
can't wait to get on it.
Speaking
yeah.
Speaking of,
this guy,
FedEx.
he just might deliver your parts. You never know.
I service the Sonora area.
It's we could change that.
Oh, we heard you service a lot of areas.
We
buddy.
could change it with
That's
a
a
phone
different
call.
service.
Oh.
Cost extra.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a private service.
One thing.
Oh my god.
Justin's awake.
Uh-oh.
Ryan Poley is saying the purple sheen is just hella sick.
Thank you. It took a long time to choose which one I was going with. And
Yeah.
yes, it did come out beautiful.
It is nice. It's a unique color that you don't see a lot.
Well, that's what I was going for. I want to attract as much attention to it as I can.
Now, okay, so we got one question out here in the chat. Where are they built?
In the USA.
Well, Cardozo's asking. He says it looks like a Sal bike.
I don't
Is-
think that's a
they coming
Sal
out-
bike, dude.
No.
No, those dropouts and that tubing is way different than what Sal uses.
Yeah, he hasn't built.
And I don't know that Sal uses hydroform tubing.
I would.
Yeah,
I think I would have to agree. Probably.
I'm not sure where they're having them built right now. I know they changed manufacturers because they don't accept anything but 100%, and they had a couple issues with the last manufacturer, so they changed it up, found somebody better.
So we can have a follow-up show with you on here. With you give that some details on that stuff.
It
Yeah.
almost looks like a frame
Yeah,
that
sure.
comes
I
out
will
of
try.
that place in Portland, Oregon.
I mean, I'm sure it can't be that hard to find out. I mean,
I
I'm
know.
sure
I
they
know
tell
for
you.
a fact they're painted here because I had to, talk with the painter or painted here in America.
Well, there it says right on it, made in the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
know.
those-
I know they're painted in Missouri because they had an issue with the painting. So.
Hey,
they
Night
get 'em
Rush. Thanks for
painted
tuning in,
locally.
John. Appreciate it, bro. Now, what
Oh,
are the
maybe
decals
not.
painted on, or are they cleared over? Because they seem. It looks like it's almost painted.
Well, you can feel them. But
Oh, you
they're
can?
not-
Yeah, no,
you
they
can feel 'em.
are they are stickers, but the way they did it, with the color coming through to make the name
Yeah.
clear, so comes out looking nice.
It has a
It, it
purple
looks.
to it, yeah.
That thing, I bet
Really
on the
nice.
sun, I bet that pops.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, hell, just in this shitty lighting that we have in this makeshift studio that we
What are you
have,
talking about?
Come on,
You
bro.
know,
Come on, hey, come
it,
on, come on.
it pops now.
So if anybody wants to donate some money for the
If
kids
anybody
show,
wants that, because the solar panels, don't work at night, Jason. If Jason can come up with some solar panels that work at night and feed off the moon, we'd be perfect. Jim has his cell phone light and he's got a lighter out.
yeah.
That's the way we're doing the show.
This is Freedom Rock,
Yeah.
man.
Trying to pay the bills. Put a link out where we can go to look. I'm not that talented.
Donnie, you're not going to get one anyway. Stop it.
Exactly,
Those
dude.
guys are on furlough
You just
right
got it
now.
in frame.
Everybody in the office is furloughed right now. Meaning
Just type in
Majesty Racing
Majesty Racing.
has a
You'll find it.
Facebook.
Yeah.
they're on
Facebook
Facebook
page,
and
yeah.
Instagram.
They gotta do that
Should have
on
got the Tesla Powerwall. Well, shit. You know what? That's awesome, Jeremy. That is killer. So, what do you got race wise coming up, bro? What's gonna be kicking off your season? I didn't see you in Phoenix. I was kind of bummed, because you're one of my buddies in 4145
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. Arizona and I don't get along for some reason. Every time I go there, I get sick.
I don't get along with any track I ride. Okay, so I just show up and shake hands and kiss babies, and that's it.
Well, I'm hoping that my kickoff national will be Louisiana, possibly.
That's good.
That's a good national.
That's a good indoor, dude.
But I will, of course. With COVID going on, I wait until the national is for sure before I buy my tickets.
Right, no, exactly. Yeah, because there's still a handful of nationals that are up for grabs right now and not for sure. I totally get that because I'm in the same boat with that not so much me, but for my son. And I totally get where you're coming from on that. But yeah,
The one I want to make sure I'm at, of course, is Raytown because I want to be
Right.
yeah,
with my team.
with the team,
Yeah.
definitely so.
Blows up on
Yeah, man. So team wise, what are you guys looking at? Where do you guys run a team sheet, or you not at that point yet, or
they're going to start. Yeah. We've got some good riders. I'm still learning them myself because they're back east a little bit
right?
in the Midwest, but they got Clint Daly. I know that in 36 to 40.
So you got 36 to 40 wrapped up. You got 41 and 45 covered up with you. So all right, dude, that's killer. Now what about you got kid? They got kid.
Oh, yeah.
The younger
They-
riders too.
They have a rider down in South America somewhere that they just picked up that's going to be coming up here to run 17 to 20x. And he's been posting some videos on our team page, and he is quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, god dang. Which Louisiana? There's only one Louisiana,
Rick touches
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Who did I touch?
Farm animals.
Farman.
Which one?
Well, you got
All of them.
Tom.
The one
okay.
to Billy's house.
Tompkins is saying it's called Poontang Purple. That's kind of catchy.
No, that's Mike Davis.
Yeah, that would work for
Oh,
me
Mike-
if that's what it was
Oh,
called.
Davis. Oh, Justin was laughing at it. Okay, gee. Man. Putin Tang Purple, huh? Leave it to Mike Davis.
It's a panty dropper for sure.
Yeah.
Mike Davis had the panty dropper
It-
before, and now I think it's getting replaced.
Man. Yeah, that is
Like, look at Rick, dude. His panties are like,
I'm about to drop my panties.
they're soiled.
It is. It's a little damp. It's moist over here in the studios right now.
That's humidity.
Well, shit, Jeremy, that's awesome, dude. It's sticky. Like,
We watched too much of the Alabama National today. Kind
Yeah.
of transferred over here. So
that's how shit goes down.
Bunch of guys.
Damn.
Moist garage.
I'm kind of lost for
you're in
words,
here
man.
too.
It's pretty.
Just a bunch of guys in a moist
What
garage.
else you got, Jeremy? Anything else going on, dude? You got the family. Got Gabe and Tara over there at Patriot.
Gabe has just moved up to intermediate,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it'll probably make her cry some more, but Tara has an injury to her knee that she's trying to work through, that she wants back on the track worse than I do.
Smoke a lot of pot. You won't feel it. Just throwing it out there, dude. Trying to help the viewers, dude. It is legal.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm trying to get more riders on the track.
It still depends on who you work for, though.
Well, you know what, dude? I heard she's independently wealthy.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Never mind.
That's
Do
what
you want.
Jeremy told me.
There you go. That's why you married her, right?
Jeremy said Tara's got deep pockets.
Yep. She got him a sponsorship. She got him a bike. And she's a good woman.
She's a keeper.
Sounds good. Exactly. We can't get rid of that one.
Maybe we'll bring Tara on the show.
Maybe we'll bring Tara on the team.
Put her on the hot seat. I'll talk to Baker about that.
There's your female rider.
Right? Our female rider, right?
We gotta do some wheeling and dealing in this deal a little bit more. Well, damn, Jeremy, freaking, thanks for wanting to come on the show, dude. On that, man, I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
congratulations.
I've been excited about it.
Yeah, dude, I would be too, dude. That's killer, dude.
That is.
Can't wait to freaking line up with you locally. Just want to see you back on the track too. You know, on the local scene.
Yep.
And stuff. What other kind of components you gonna go with? So you got the wheels. You changing up anything like forks, handlebars, stem,
Well,
cranks, or anything?
I'm waiting for our forks to come out of production. I'm going to be riding a set of prototypes
Okay.
for them to test them out.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that. The other components that I'm putting on are just basically to match this beauty. I mean,
Yeah.
I went with some Speedline cranks, and I've just started riding the HT pedals, and I'm in love with them already. Yeah.
Dude,
But
that's awesome, man.
but yeah, I can't wait to get it together. It's going to be a fun ride.
I think we're gonna have to get a bottle of champagne and like wait for him to like load into the gate and be like, you know,
Christen it? Yeah.
to send it off, man. I don't know.
We might scratch the paint, though. That'd be all bad.
We'll wrap a towel around the bottle of champagne.
All right.
You know,
That works.
yeah. Or we'll,
Hit it on the axle. We'll use the axle.
we'll do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That boy, speed lines for the win. You know what?
Oh, gee, man,
there you
yeah,
go.
huh?
Yeah. Nick's talking like he's sponsored or something by
Yeah,
Supercross.
right.
You know, I don't know.
Nick's sponsor, he can't even spell Speedline.
Who can spell at a time like this? We're in prime time. Hats off.
Speediness.
Speediness.
for the win.
Speediness for the win. We're
For the winning.
the winning. We're the winning. Hey, all right, guys. Hey, chat room's open, guys. Any topics you guys want? You guys got any questions for Jeremy or Mike, myself? Our next guest, we have 2 guests, and we also have GoDaddy Leo in the garage hanging out with us for any of your fitness tips. He is the guy to go to. Hey, no problem, Tara. I told you. Hey, you're next on the show, kid. We're gonna give you the lashes. All right? We in a pandemic.
That's whatever.
I hurt my back.
SP33D. What the hell is that?
Who was your biggest comp locally in 41-45?
Who?
Locally, I would have to. I'd have
He's
to
in the
go
chat
with
room. He's in the chat room.
Mark Jackson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys have had some epic battles. I've been in the back to see him. So I can attest for that
Yeah.
in a big way.
Come on, hit each other. Come on, hit each other so I can go around you.
I'm like, ooh, 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 damn, I'm moving. Oh, that was sweet. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
I'm usually trying to catch him in turn 2 or 3. He's got an incredible gait.
man, you know
He
what?
trains like a beast. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you know what? He's part of that 5'10" crew. You know, I've heard they're pretty fast.
Didn't Polly say she was going to bed?
No, Kevin's in bed.
Kevin's
No,
in bed.
Polly's in it for the long haul,
Yeah.
man.
Dope frame.
Hell, yeah. So,
Nice.
well, shit. Right on, Jeremy, dude.
Yeah. That's cool shit.
I really, yeah, I don't, man. I'm still kind of in awe, dude. The frame's pretty tight. It's,
It's just, I mean, it's like sporty like a kid's frame. You know, I mean, just
exactly, exactly. You're looking at the bottom bracket and the
Top of the
seat
seat
tube
post.
and everything, and
You know how much money you're going to save only have to buy half a seat post? And how much weight you're going to save too?
yeah, but how long is that freaking cool down post gonna be?
It's only got to come into here to be, as long as you come down past the top tube.
Well, and you know the other thing that I'm seeing is with them making it so squatty is they kept the top tube straight, where a lot of them like crown down.
Like
You know, they got the arch,
Like the podiums and chases.
and yeah, you know, so
Stay strong.
making that happen and
I like it.
the tapered headset.
I mean, that's pretty much a straight line from tip to tail.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And you just, I mean, well, the frame you're on now is similar to squattiness like this one.
Yeah, the ice frame. Yeah.
But this one here, I do believe has got to beat as far as squattiness has got going.
Glenn Slusher, aloha, Glenn. How's Hawaii, bro? We miss you over here in the
Lucky.
States, man. Glenn needs to freaking kick up the BMX over there in Hawaii, dude. Like he did. He's the freaking jam father over there in the Bay. You know, he relocated to Hawaii, man.
Come on, Paulie, we would never pick on you.
Exactly.
Kevin's another story.
No, hey, now, you know what? We just talked about it on people filling up rosters. Reckless. They added a handful of people too.
Really?
That I noticed a lot of orange jerseys out there, looking like my Denver Broncos. Of course, they're doing a lot better than my Broncos did, but
What, the Nick team just came back from the dead. They brought it back.
Wild Child.
I saw a bunch of
Wild Child
jerseys
is
today,
getting
too.
up there. Yeah, buddy.
I saw a bunch.
Yep, Halstead.
I saw.
Halstead, he should be tuning in. Yeah, you got Mason and everything. You got Big Johnson in there.
Resurrected Wild Child again. It's like herpes.
It's good, isn't it? Right?
It just keeps coming back. The gift that keeps giving.
Yeah, the sandbox over there in Hawaii, Glenn. I tell you what, make it happen, Glenn. Make it happen.
Play around the golf for me.
Yeah, I'll bring freaking a handful of BMXers over there to the sandbox. Polly checking in, saying a lot of good families. Hey, you know what? A lot of good talent out there too. I've seen over there that you guys added, along with everybody. Dude, the local teams are just getting so much freaking bigger. You know, and
Like, where are they all coming from?
but 69 motos.
I know.
Yeah, 79 last week. The week before
72?
was 72. You know, and at all the tracks. You know, Napa had 3 blocks of racing today. I don't know what the total.
Oh, they're doing blocks still?
Yeah, Napa's still doing block, but I don't know what the total was. But Nevada was there. Said they had a great turnout, and everything. The track was freaking fabulous.
Awesome.
You know, so hey, DR is freaking running it. So
Well, hey, someone's got to do it, and he's doing it right because he's got numbers back up.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think it has a little to do with the fact that we're one of the only sports open.
I agree, 100%.
Seeing a lot of new beginners too.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of people coming back to the. I mean,
That too.
I've been back into the sports for so long now. I've seen so many people come and go and come and go.
Yeah.
And it's funny, but it ain't gonna make a bit of difference what it says on the can, Jim. Just drink it. You'll be all right. Shit'll buff out.
now he's looking for a scratcher. It's like
He's looking for a scratcher.
he was looking for a peel off. Like, damn it, I won! it's like you know, we're not on. We're
It's not champagne or wine, bro. Yeah. Just the cork.
No, it is champagne.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly. Champagne and beers, Miller High Life, like kind of like the logo.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Oh shit. Well, heck. All right, guys. Hey, chat room's still open, guys. We're gonna be here a while, man. We got a good card on deck. I tell you what. The best part about going live, you never know who's gonna show up.
Ever.
Jeremy, brother, appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations on the whole
Hell
deal.
yeah, brother. Next guest to slide on in here. You know, you can leave the frame too, Jeremy.
Dude, that thing's
Oh, you got profile too? Wait, is profile in the back there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it is.
Oh,
He
shit.
missed a sponsor. He
Oh.
missed a big sponsor.
Man, we're gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna log out and start over because I feel like we just shortchanged
Yeah,
Majesty.
I think we just got shortchanged on that one.
Man, hiding that one over the shoulder deal. Man,
So
oh,
the
man.
profile, that you're gonna run speed lines, not profiles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of. I mean, it's still a personal decision. I mean,
I am gonna have some profile parts on there too, though.
Nice, dude.
that's awesome.
That's killer, dude. So,
Dude,
dude,
that's a good,
hey,
good group.
they got a good set of sponsors, man. Dude, look at the jersey, man.
You're not gonna try to introduce this next guy, are you? I mean, there's really not much to say.
I don't know, dude. I was thinking
I
about
mean,
it,
he's
man.
kind of picky over there. I mean,
Yeah.
now
He's a good follower of the show, though.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the best supporters of the show.
He definitely brings content to the show. There's no doubt about that.
He
Whether it's
does.
the content you want or not, that's another story. But he always brings content.
And he's here, and he still chimes in the chat room.
Right? I mean, he could have said it. I just said it over there and said it loud. You know, we'd heard it.
Yeah, you could throw a sticky note.
Stop
Sticky
it.
and moist.
Stop it. We're not racing into it right now.
Yeah, you know how shit goes. Whatever.
There's no Curt
It
Schmidt
is
on the
cool.
floor here, dude.
Okay, guys. So for those of you guys that don't know, we have Jim Hacksaw Seifert in the building tonight. For throw it. Chat room is open, guys. Jim,
Get it, boys.
thank you, sir.
Get 'em.
Appreciate it, brother.
Dude, racing tonight?
I tried to. I wouldn't call it racing. I just got
Killing
running
it.
around the track.
Killing
I mean, hell, the Sinius being
I showed up a little late.
Yeah.
To Roseville tonight.
Must be a notification.
Someone wants to be friends.
No.
I was
Sucker
over at
nerds.
Elk Grove riding, and then I got to building with the crew over there for a little bit because
You went over there and worked?
You build it?
Jumps? No.
yeah, it was just happened.
Really?
Kid came over, his name's Scott, and he's just like, "Hey man, you're Hacksaw." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Hacksaw."
As a matter of fact,
Yes, I
And
am.
then he comes over, he's all, "Hey man, do you think you could give us some advice on this?" And I was like, "You want advice from me?
they must have been a BLBP, right?
Don't you know I ain't got no flow, son?"
Did you? So did you tear it down?
No, we
Start
went
over?
over and looked at it, and I
Oh.
just threw in my 2 cents, and then I wasn't gonna start digging, and then it just,
It just kicks in. You just can't help it.
You get that tingly feeling when you see the shovel, huh?
yeah, it's like an itch, and not a bad itch.
Yeah.
It's like a good itch.
Well, apparently not. You're still digging a BLBP, so it must be a good itch.
Yeah, and then next thing I know, it's 3, and I was like, I was gonna leave at 3 to get to Roseville by 4, so I could
Yeah.
do some gates maybe, and then
That
it was
did-
4:30, and they're like, "Hey, weren't you going to Roseville at 3?"
Yeah.
Until I got a shovel in my hand, I was going to, yeah.
You know, I was just me and this dirt had a good thing going on.
Well, I guess I'm not going to Roseville race tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, heck, you know how it is.
It's probably a good thing.
But it was good seeing everybody there.
Yeah. If you'd have raced, I'd have got to go home early.
Yep. Jim was at the track, Polly.
Um,
It's true.
But no, I wouldn't race you. I'm only 50. Did you race Lowry?
We'll talk a little louder, Buddha. Sorry, bro. Sorry. We were talking amongst.
We're getting him after
Yeah,
Texas, Donnie.
we were talking amongst ourselves. It was a A-B conversation.
Yeah.
Sorry, Buddha. Make sure you log out of your DOT computer. I don't want you getting in trouble. Okay. They had a little flood at the Elk Grove jumps, right? I think that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they did, and then I guess it drained off. It was still a little mucky down in that new area where they're building the new stuff, but
Yeah.
it was, that crew down there, they're pretty solid dudes. So
Not too bad. They've done a lot of expanding over there and
Yeah.
a lot of building, and I mean, really taking advantage of the property
yeah,
on getting lines and stuff. You could just ride in line after line, feed in here and go this and do that, and it's like,
yeah. It's always cool to see it. You show up and you see like 6 or 7 people
Yeah.
throwing shovels, and that's a beautiful thing. It doesn't matter, like,
Yeah.
so things get done quick, and then
Right.
it was cool to like go somewhere else and build
Yeah.
again.
That's good stuff, Jim.
Been kind of stuck for a while. Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Not stuck, but staying local.
yeah, and it's always good to meet new people that
Yeah.
go out and, they're gonna cruise up to the biggest little soon. So
Yeah.
Well, it's nice getting for those guys to have someone that actually knows what the hell they're talking about. To give them a couple points, especially since they asked. I mean, that's you. I mean, the fact that they asked.
I mean,
honestly,
you did have something to do with Hell Track. So I mean,
I was telling someone that tonight.
I would kind of lean that way of being like, this is Big Jim, man. Okay, he's kind of important.
I just did this on Hell Track though. Little tapping of the computer.
But
little
not just anybody can do that,
rendering,
man. Not just anybody. You've got to have that mindset, and you have to like been there to know what to do.
That was like Texplex. I did have a lot to do with that when they built it, and then my buddy Joe Preisel, Toledo Joe, he's built everything. He did Woodward West, he did Woodward East, he did Ray's Mountain Bike Parks. He had
in Ohio.
he had the indoor dirt park up in Seattle. I can't remember the name of it right now, but Preisel was the one that like I remember him contacting me, and he's like, I talked to Bill Allen, and it's like a big. I'm like, no way, He's like, yeah, they want to do Hell Track because I guess Bill Allen owns the rights to it now.
Yeah.
And then, however it transpired with that, it became this thing where it's like, he was like, dude, we're gonna build Hell Track. Can you draw it? Because in Texas they wanted some plans.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can draw it. Give me the old plans. And he's like, yeah, they didn't have plans. They just took pictures of it when it was done, and it was
Really?
that. So, luckily, I just kind of looked at pictures and got him a good thing, and then Dylan Stark went and slayed it. Like he literally sent that gap.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
You know what's funny is that there was people not wanting to even roll in on that starting hill.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just crazy considering the people who were there.
It was kind of.
Now you were there though when they did the rendition with Barry and Caroline. Were you there?
I was there before it, like right before the end of right before the race. I had to come back. I had some family issues that I had to take care of, and so when I was there, me and Joe and he's a AA pro down in Texas. I think he's from France or Spain or somewhere. But he was there working too, and so we were rolling in on it, and it makes you pucker, like and
It's pretty straight down.
I've went down some big stuff, and on a 20-inch BMX bike, sending that, it was pretty steep.
Really?
I know, like Matt Heaps was there.
Yeah.
And Heaps, there was a couple of people. I know a couple dudes were like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna roll down this thing, and then
I hit
they're
that.
like, but also. Joe put in another place where you could roll down, like I think it was halfway.
Yeah.
So there was an area where you could just drop in on.
I hit Matt up while he was there. I said, "You hitting it?" He goes, "Hell no!"
Yeah.
And then his son was sending it into the airbag.
Yeah,
Porter-
I got airbag
Porter.
stories at Texplex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because I'm an asshole sometimes. I don't know if you know that.
You?
So when we opened the Texplex,
Never would have thought it.
we opened the Texplex. They had a big old get together. It was this big shindig, and President Bush was there. First Lady Laura Bush. There's all these dignitaries, and so
Did
we're
they
at
send it too?
no, but
Yeah. I can see
Mrs. Bush was like, "You're crazy." I'm all, "No, you're crazy. If I get you up there and get you to roll in, that's crazy."
Nice.
So there's a point where there's some younger kids running around, and they're like, Mom, let me do this," and she's like, "You're not doing that. You're not gonna roll in on that." That rolling was it was 32 feet.
I knew it was 30 at least, but
And
Dang.
so
that's not a road.
there was nobody riding, and I was like, "Hey, if they want, we can just get them up on the ramp, and they can jump into the airbag and jump in the airbag."
Yeah.
That airbag's badass. fast. Like it's thick. They were jumping side by sides into it and stuff. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
the videos from that weekend out there, and it was awesome.
So, me being me, like, if you go to Midlothian, Texas, it's the home of the American Sniper,
Right.
right? Chris Kyle.
Yes, sir.
And,
Badass mother.
you know, yeah. So, I'm talking to this lady who, her kids, and I'm helping them, helping them get up onto the top of the ramp, the jump ramp, and they just jump in. And in Midlothian, everything is Chris Kyle. Like, I was sitting there at barbecue place. Oh, Chris Kyle's my friend, blah blah blah, and they'll just start talking to you. They find out you're from not Midlothian, they're gonna talk to you about Chris, and it's cool, like they love the guy. Why not? He was a really good guy.
American soldier, man.
So this woman, very nice woman, she says to me, she goes, "You're not from around here." And I'm all, "No, I'm from Reno, Nevada." Hey, I go, "Where are you from?" She goes, "Well, I'm from here in Midlothian, and this is what came out of my mouth. Let me guess, you know Chris Kyle." And she says, "Well, he was my husband."
Husband, I knew it. Oh my God. Foot and mouth.
And then I just opened up,
Oh.
size 11.
Yeah. Ouch.
There it goes.
Yeah, 5'10" shoes taste great.
Ouch. Ouch.
And she started laughing. She was cool about it. She's all, "I can understand,
Yeah.
like, it gets pretty intense. People all love them and everything
Yeah.
else." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't be sorry. It's funny,
Yeah.
So
For
and
you,
then,
it's funny. For me, I feel like an ass.
one of the kids,
Right.
I think one of the, or maybe both of them were his children.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were cool. They
He
were
had two.
cool.
He had a
dude.
daughter and son.
What,
Yeah.
what a freaking experience, man.
Yeah, it was cool. And then, like, kids were jumping around, and then it downpoured because it's Texas. Texas.
Wow.
Well, you know what? They did have that stuff like last week. They had an ice storm, and now they're tropical as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's probably swampy.
it's probably sticky like it is in here.
Yeah, but it's not as cool.
It's that,
Not even close.
We
even
just got some
close.
banners, some stickers. We got some props.
Yeah.
We got a frame.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jeremy.
Yeah. Thank you. We're gonna put it on the wall with all the other ones.
Hanging
Yeah.
up right there to Nick Adams' jersey and the crowbar that we used to beat the riffraff out of here because people just die to come on this goddamn show.
Beating them back.
It's oozing right now. So what else you got going on, Jim? How's everything over at the BLBP? Do you got anything in the works, man? Because I know you are a busy fella. You're always looking like 1 minute, dude, you're freaking mobilizing somewhere to build something. You're riding somewhere. You always have something going on, dude. You're like the international man of mystery. Like, serious. I mean, and in a good way, because you've been there, done that, I don't know how many times, 10. When I think hacksaw, it's like, what do you got going on? Okay? That's the thing. Honestly, Jim, because you're just a cool ass dude, and have
You're
done,
awful busy for
done a lot of stuff, man.
So I've been going to school for architecture. I'm currently at University of Idaho.
Yeah.
And I just started my master's program. So that I'm probably like 2.5 years out of that. One of the cool things about that is in May I actually graduate with a bachelor's degree in urban planning and development.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just, I had to have a minor, and that's what I kind of wanted to do. It has a lot to do with the park. Like everything that in the last 5 years now I've been doing as far as like school is all derived from the park and building dirt jumps, which is funny. And I make it a point to let people know that, like, we may be out just throwing dirt, or BMX is kind of coy, like it's kind of a weird sport.
Right.
But if you look at the successful people that come from BMX into the world, and where did they learn that success, and where did they learn failures? It was BMX, always BMX. Like,
Right.
like Jeff Gordon, right? Like the dude raced cars, and he was a BMX guy.
Locally.
Yeah,
Right there out of Rio Linda.
yeah, and Jimmy Johnson. same thing, you know.
Out of SoCal.
And
Jeremy
Earnhardt
McGrath.
Jr. raced BMX, you know. So
James Gunn.
McGrath,
Yeah,
yeah, and Carmichael, like, and those are just moto and automobile racers. But I recently talked with a guy who owns a company. It's a marketing and kind of a marketing company in the Midwest, and his name's Curt Schmidt. And Curt Schmidt was he was one of the original owners of Standard Bikes. Now Curt's company Foundry is big in the Midwest, and they don't do anything BMX. This is a legitimate company, and Curt is quite the motivational speaker, and like I knew him from going to bicycle stunts contests back in the '90s, you know. And where we were just hoodlums running around, like stealing Wendy's hamburgers in the GT van and stuff like that. So it's crazy to see the successes that come out of what BMX is. And you were talking last week, and it kind of got me thinking again. I'm like you know, I was on, and it was like, you know, how can you make BMX bigger, right?
Right.
Well, right now it's big because there's no other sports. You guys, I think you said it, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing else really going on. Youth sports are down because you're not going out and playing baseball. Well, it'll start to happen again. You know, the Pop Warner football and that wasn't playing.
Right.
Basketball wasn't playing. Soccer. So where was everybody going? They found this outlet because the parents were like, "Oh, I used to race BMX.
Right.
Where's the BMX track? Or let's go out to the park." Like, I've seen an increase of like 300% at the bike park because people were stuck
Everywhere.
inside.
Everywhere. The bike parks, the skate parks in general,
Yeah.
bikes have just skyrocketed.
Right.
You
And
know?
so it's like an impact. Like,
Right.
it's changing. Now, and not to bang on USA BMX, they are probably the most organized youth sport in the world.
Right.
And just saying that because they keep the points. They, you know when your license is coming up. They're running nationals. In personal opinion, they're running too many nationals. Like, but it is what it is. They're going to do it no matter what. So, like, if they can capitalize and retain at least 80% of this new group of people that have either came back into BMX or somebody's just like, you know, hey,
Let's give it
there's
a shot.
track. What is that? You know,
Right.
And to get Junior out of the house and off of playing video games or whatever it is, like that's a huge increase in BMX.
Yeah.
Huge number.
And we were talking about this also, like BMX, and he's a hero.
Right.
Straight up, I know Palmer. I watched his bullshit
Love Palmer.
when we were racing mountain bikes, and
That's what got me
it
in the
was
mountain
all a
bike,
game.
dude.
Yeah, like that dude. He was managed by a dude named Bud Fawcett, and in the late '90s, when I became Hacksaw, thanks to a great night of wrestling and other debauchery. When that happened that night, I didn't even know it. I went to a race at Donner Ski Ranch, the old Raging at the Ranch races. And I'm racing dual slalom, and I had to go pick up my kid. And my kid, I picked him up, and I get up there, and my buddy signed me up, and I'm up on the top, ready for dual slalom, first round. And Norm, who ran Donner, he was like, "Hacksaw, Hacksaw." He's screaming out Hacksaw. I'm like, just sitting there, I'm like, dude's going to miss his race, you know?
Yeah.
My buddies are like, "That's you, dude." And I'm like, "Why is that me?" You know, because I got it because we were wrestling. Literally, Palmer was there. Like, I was picking people up and throwing them on the ground, and just maybe too many PBRs. I don't know.
Nah.
No such thing.
Dude, that's we do that.
But I got to know-
do that on Saturdays.
I got to know Palmer good enough to watch what he was doing and how his marketing team, how Bud Fawcett took care of him, and how he marketed Napalm. Right, like. If you can remember, if you ever heard his stories, like Palmer was sponsored by Fox, and he was banging out $300,000 a year from them.
Oh yeah.
So they had a contract dispute, and Palmer was like, "Yeah, dude, like I don't need your shit. Get lost." And he shows up at a race, and he cut the Fox head out of all of his shit. So he's just bare chested with the jersey on.
That's gangster.
That's badass.
And then he was he wrote for Specialized, right?
Right.
And that was
Yep.
a banger deal until they got with Subaru. It was Specialized Subaru, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're in a meeting, and they're like, "Okay, Sean, we want you to be in a Subaru commercial and all that." And he's all, "I don't drive a Subaru though." Like, and they're like, blah blah blah, and he's all, "Look, dude," and he pulls up his shirt. It's Cadillac, you know. He's got all these caddy tattoos,
He does have Cadillac.
and he's like, "These are effing Cadillac tattoos."
Yeah.
You know, no, and that was kind of the end of that. So
Yeah.
Palmer, as bad boy as he was, it was very strategic how they marketed him, and how Bud marketed him.
Right.
Bud told me one time, he's all, "There's a million gems, there's only one hacksaw,"
Right.
and it worked. You know, like I can like it or not like it, but people come up, "Hey, hacksaw, how are you?" You know,
Right.
and it's cool and whatever. So it's like Connor is a great kid, like hands down. Corbin Sherraw is an amazing person, but there's not that edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not taking each other out.
Right.
Pistol Pete was this clean cut dude on Diamondback, turned pro, and then he started slaying it. And whatever Pete did to slay it is on Pete. But Pete had long hair, was riding an S&M, was out there racing, and he made an image, and BMX got big on top of that image.
Yeah.
BMX is not a pretty boy sport.
Right.
No.
I mean,
Turn it into it.
You need that bad boy kind of thing, dude. Isn't it past your bed? No.
Well, you know that was, and I mean I hate to throw him under the bus here, but that was Jake Peoples for a long time.
yeah,
In his teens, no one liked him
Oh.
because he hammered everybody.
dude.
When he was on
Bakersfield.
No, Bakersfield was
Bakersfield.
badass.
Baker,
But also, Tulare. Remember that stupid rhythm section?
Yes.
It was like 10 miles
Dude,
long.
we
Exactly.
talk about
We just talk about
we talk about that rhythm section like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get pushed off to the right, going towards the end of it, that runs right into the first turn, the backside
Yeah.
of the first. Yeah.
Or if
exactly.
you go wide out of the back corner, you hit the fence like I was.
Oh, yeah, that little-
went in 36 and over X there. Yeah.
That little kicker turn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I got
and then-
put in that turn.
and then dudes are just laughing at me because
Yeah.
I'm face down in the dirt.
Don't go in
Turn
hot,
angels.
dude.
So I remember Peebles I think it was Travis Orozda.
That was Bakersfield in the traffic.
And he pulled out the Cleveland Browns punt uniform and was sending to the moon. Just, you could hear it in the corner.
Yeah.
And who was the other one? What's his name? His dad ran the gates and was always smoking. And he had his brother, Robbie from Salt Lake City.
Oh, Patterson.
Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Patterson
Yeah.
just slaying dudes.
Bobby
in that
Patty.
corner. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that it needs to become like that because
No.
I'm not like. Another thing is, cookie cutter or not, that's the BMX track you show up and race.
Right.
Like you can bitch about it all day long, but
But you're
that's
good at racing.
that's the track.
Right.
And if you traveled 8 billion miles,
Goddamn right.
shut up,
About to send this
rack
shit real
up,
quick,
and
yeah.
race and have fun. Because ultimately, nobody's making money off of this. Nobody's doing anything. It's just there to have fun and race your BMX.
Absolutely.
Like, so, getting back to it, there needs. I don't know how you do it. You can't just go to somebody and be like, "Hey, dude, you need to be the bad boy of BMX."
You know, and I like feed for that, or it's like looking for that. I don't know. It's something that I'm always like looking for.
Well,
because
Billy Russell had that name for a while, Bad Boy Billy Russell.
Yeah.
But he just.
But was he a bad boy? No.
because I'm a big Palmer fan from back in the day. That's why I ended up buying Specialized, because he killed it on snowboard. He killed it on mountain bike.
Yeah.
The dude was badass.
The
mid
Texas
90s.
Rangers offered him a minor league baseball contract.
Palmer was cool, and it's like
He did everything. Snowcross, bike cross.
Party.
party
yeah.
like a rock star, and it's like looking for that one where it was like I was always like kind of like stuck, where it's like, okay, dude, the only ones that come close to it is Nick Long and Anthony Picardo. There's nobody else out there with the bad boy, I'm gonna kick your ass kind of image, where you need that bad boy person to call that out, almost like
Right.
like the Richie Anderson.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kicking your ass, I'm kicking your
Ronnie-
ass.
Ronnie
or
Anderson.
Ronnie Anderson.
Yeah.
You know what? Gate drops, you're
You do
effed.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
You know?
did it.
And not to put nothing bad on the sport, but I think if you have that, where everybody's got, like, targeting that one person, like, God damn, dude, he's freaking talking all this shit, he's backing it up, he's kicking our ass. Shit, what the hell can we do? You know, you add that into it, it's like, oh, bud.
Yeah.
Did you race any non-section races up at the
Yeah. On
Mount Everest?
On Everest.
Everest?
What? Who? Me?
No, Jim.
Who? Oh, what? Mike Davis.
Yeah,
Kilimanjaro.
it would be cool to see. It'd just be cool to see it. And again, nothing against Connor or this
Yeah,
Cam
right.
kid. You know, like Cam Larson. They're great. They're great kids. They're amazing. And I personally watching Connor and watching Corbin. You know, we used to have in Reno. There was a kid, Dakota Eisenberg.
Yes.
Oh
My son was him. We're best friends.
Yeah, and
That kid could ride.
Dakota would beat Connor and beat Corbin all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was always nag 3. One
Yeah.
of them was nag 1, 2, and 3. And
Dakota. And his dad Jeff.
yeah, and Jeff. And just Dakota was just he would slay it.
Remember how he started before they changed it?
Yeah, he would
sit on the bike,
backpedal.
he'd sit down
Yeah.
in the seat and just backpedal
And-
until they got ready to drop it. He'd slingshot
and
it just,
sling.
and his pants would be about 3/4 of the way down his ass.
Yep.
Damn.
God, could he ride?
And just literally outriding those guys because that's another class where they're just throwing the blanket on them.
Oh,
Right.
all right. John Wiltz chiming in and saying Steven Caesar, which he was on Coffee Chatter, which that was a great freaking podcast earlier this week. I checked that out, and you know what? Yeah, Caesar's
badass, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a killer. Hey, I highly recommend it. Anybody go on Coffee Chatter, check out the podcast from earlier this week on Steven Caesar, dude. That was legit freaking inspirational. Another good one.
And go back to like Orazda. Peoples was still badass.
Yeah.
Like the hands down. But Peoples when he was 16 he was raw, man.
He was an
Yeah,
ass.
he wanted to win.
Yeah, he did.
And that whole class was like, oh, I'm winning this
Oh,
weekend. And
shit.
somebody's gonna hit the ground.
Foxy,
Yeah,
Herman,
Foxy.
Orazda,
Yep.
Peebles. God, that was racing.
It-
That 16-year-old class was badass.
And like David Herman, take
Yes.
David for example. David was raw like that too, and then you know, not to bang on the Olympics, but this whole Olympic thing happened, and there had to be an image portrayed into the Olympics.
Mhm.
Maybe there has to be an image portrayed so that people can get college scholarships for BMX.
Right.
I don't know, but at some point there's been this disconnect from like, okay, this is BMX, and you can go to a skate park and you're going to see a dude on a 2002 kink with 22-inch bars that are cut down, and he's bar spinning everything, and he's slaying it, and you're not going to be better than him while he's smoking and drinking and everything else. Like,
Right.
BMX is not it's not pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's raw. And it goes back to, you see these people that are racing BMX and riding BMX, you know, and then you see the success that's coming out of it. That's a great thing. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So it's I've been thinking about it all week. Like, man, who is that? Who's gonna do it?
Right.
I want this. I'm not familiar with him, but Shibby. What's his name?
Anthony Picardo.
Anthony Picardo. This kid is like skating. He's building trails now. You know.
He had Dirt Jam down in San Diego this year.
He's branding himself out, dude. He's got
Yeah.
like stickers and posters and cards and he's got his own like apparel now. You know, he's really like he's marketing himself.
Yeah.
You know?
And back east, there's that Vic Beam kid. Like him or hate him, he's there.
He's there.
That's true.
And he's,
Yeah.
dude, he's a hell of a rider.
Absolutely.
And then you look like, just go south and go to South America and look at these kids that are just, they're shredding.
They're eating it up though. They're having
Leandro,
fun.
and he's in Caracas.
Sir-
Leandro overall.
Serzrick?
Joe Zurich.
Zurich. Okay, there, yeah,
Oh.
there you go, Zurich.
Fucking
Yeah. Zurich was amazing.
He was.
That whole class was, you did not know who was going to win.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, Mikey Brabant, Vallejo. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Oh, and Danny Kellogg was in that area, too. Danny
Yep.
Kellogg and
Vallejo, Brad,
oh, dude, Brabant.
Robin,
Brabant, yeah. Mikey
Herman, and
Brabant.
Fox.
It-
Halstead checking in. What's up, Justin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that was
right, Wild Child.
Yeah,
Back
Tate,
at
dude,
it.
coming back out strong, son.
The herp.
You know what? Maybe you know what? Maybe it's something with us being back in the day. You're always looking for that bad boy image, you know, because like you know you're talking about like Herman, Fields, Daudet, a lot, and just a lot of the BMXers. They're more, and you hear it on the nationals, on how they're programmed.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these guys got like mental coaches. You know, they're programmed to kill, gate drop, and then when they cross the finish line, that's it. Okay, cool, no problem. You know, maybe that's it. It's like it's that wave going into that. You
And
know,
it's weird because if you watch Beijing, 2008 main event, Jared Graves, Australia, riding for Yeti, and
Graves,
who was the other
hell of
Yeti
a
rider?
mountain bike rider too.
Who? Yeah, and Graves is still Ripper right
He,
now, right?
yeah, it beat cancer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Graves is killer.
So Graves is the only person in that entire race that went for the win. If you remember the second corner, they jumped and they go in. Mikey Dave's right here. Here's the machine.
Right.
And
Donnie
Sofiso
was there.
Nalapo.
Right.
No, Donnie was in like 5th
That's
or
right.
6th.
Going in at 2.
But Graves was like, I'm winning. And he's the one that caused this whole mess where Donnie slipped in underneath. Which, great for Donnie. Donnie's
Right.
badass. But Graves was going for the win. When I watched London, when I watched Rio, I didn't see anybody go for the win. Like, I saw, you know, and you hear it all the time, oh, it's just single inline racing. And for the most part, some of it is.
Yeah.
But there's nobody.
Pushing
And
it,
I
though.
get it. It was the main event at the Olympics.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit the
If
ground.
I'm in that position, I'm going for it too. And if
Yeah.
I'm laying on the ground, I'm like, well, at least I was in the top 8.
Right. Absolutely. Right.
Yeah. So and it doesn't have to be this bad boy like
2007. We
you're
used
not-
to lock
you're not
our
blowing
bikes
shit up.
in
you know you're not
Randall's
out.
trailer in Martini.
You're not some asshole like we were when we were younger in Oregon, like throwing the mattress at the hotel out the window and then jumping onto it off the second balcony.
Send
not
it.
that anymore. It's like, but there has to be some sort of an image, and I think I personally
Shit's
think
going soft.
it needs to go.
The other way.
I feel it, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they can still be professional.
Oh, absolutely.
By all means, you know. Tony Stewart was professional.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
He went for the win every time.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart.
Who are the guys down there in Vegas? The brothers? Bush?
Bush
Oh,
brothers.
Kyle
and Curt.
Yeah. I got to meet Dale Earnhardt Jr. once, and he's like, yeah, if I can go for the win, I'm going to. And if we crash, well, you know. I'm like, well, I don't have that money. Sorry, NASCAR.
Yeah.
But it kind of is. It's come to that. I'm not saying the older amateurs like we all have to go to work on Monday.
Right.
So, you know, and
Right.
so, you know, when Royball's balling the last strict corner in Reno and taking me out when I have the move on Brian Simmons and knocks the wind out of me, then you know. But that's Royball too. Like,
Freaking guys.
Fucking rival.
We gotta pick our friends better.
Right.
right?
We say that every week on the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the next banner. Pick your friends better.
Right, and we should get a picture of Royball. Like you do cardboard thing that you hold and you just walk around with the Royball.
Definitely. With the eyes cut out, so at least we can see and like just chill.
Why? He never looks where he's going.
I tell you what, dude, Royball, dude, he's 100 miles an hour, dude. Freaking looking the wrong way.
And I'll call him out.
Love that guy, dude.
He's got to show up to my trails.
You never know. He might show up knocking on the garage door. You never know.
That shady dude. Like, I think he's scared of the BLVP, dude.
I'm telling you, the guy's busy, dude.
He's scared of what's gonna happen if you get him all by himself out in the trail. That's what he's
No,
worried about.
he wants a dog park for his bulldogs.
Oh, Jesus
He
Christ.
needs to walk fatty
Yeah.
for a minute or two. You know, he's
Yeah.
got to stretch. No McPherson. Yeah, McPherson's MIA, Sean. Come on now, dude.
Oh,
Reed went for it in London. It's not racing if you're not battling.
Reed
Sinead
did.
Reed, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
Reed
right.
did. She did.
Sinead's Reed. She went for it in Beijing too, right?
Yeah.
That's how Kittner jumped in the third, was because Sinead's was like, she was heated going
Send
into
it,
that
yeah.
corner.
Hey, you know what, Justin? They had Sinead's on a couple weeks ago.
Did they?
Yeah, dude.
And you know, it's like that girl was, she was a ripper. Like that, she was.
Well, she's running one of the Florida tracks.
Is she?
No, that's
Bart.
Amanda Carr.
Oh yes, Amanda
Amanda
Carr.
Carr, yeah.
That's who it was.
Yeah, she retired.
Right.
And she just flies her dudes around now and then.
Yeah, Amanda Carr. That's who was on the show
Yeah.
last time.
But Sinead's was like, she's probably she must be doing velodrome stuff now because
Yeah.
she was talented like that. Like,
She
you
was
know.
a beast.
Yeah.
Now, what do you got? No, you know what? Talking about Sinead's and Amanda Carr and all that stuff. You know, we got the Vet Pro guys. All right, good showing. Really kicking off this year. Kicking off strong. So you know, Elise getting older. You know, Brooke announcing it's her
Last year at Haro.
her last year. You know, is there a chance of a women's Vet Pro? I mean, with everybody that's out there, you know, Kittner and everybody. I mean, I know Kittner's like tied up with the mountain bike thing and killing it.
She's killing it out there.
You know, but I mean, is there a possibility? I would like to see it personally, because chicks rock, and the lady like groups or age brackets or whatever are like at an all-time high. You know,
Right. We got a lot of chicks in there.
with I don't know, what do you say, the revamp of it, or
I don't-
just on how it's kicking off? Because dude, Women Vet Pro, I think would be, if it could happen and they make that swing back, dude, Women Vet Pro, I think would be killer.
I just don't think there's not enough women to begin with, and BMX. I don't think that pro. I mean, most of them quit for a reason.
I mean, with
Not because they weren't able to run with everybody. It's just
you got
it was time.
Geving and
Oh, you got Carr, you got Kittner, you got Kim Hayashi,
Kim
you got,
Hayashi's running.
what's her name?
Marie?
The girl who couldn't jump.
Dominique
Dominic
Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some badass girls out there that are women that could probably still shred, but they all quit for a reason. I mean, like I would say, a lot of it has to do with kids, relationships, but
But as they get older, and you know, it was funny because you know, Jim was talking about, oh, dude, we're doing this, and like ducking out in the GT trailer. How come every story has GT involved?
because GT
Marie
was
McGilvery
banging,
and
bro.
everybody, it's like you talk to him. Oh, dude, when we were on GT, it's like, who
They
the hell
partied-
wasn't on GT?
They
Dude, where
part-
did all this shitstorm friggin'
They
start?
partied the hardest. That's all.
I wasn't on GT. I just happened to be in the van when we drove through the drive-through.
Hey, I was.
They gave us the food, and then they forgot to get the money beforehand. And
It's
so
like-
said person driving the van, who is an unnamed professional freestyle rider at the time, was like, oh, and left. And we went back to the skate park, which was Hoffman Estates. It was scrap. I was at a bicycle stunts contest, and we're sitting there, and the cops come in. They're like, "Hey, who drives a GT van? You guys kind of forgot to pay for all the food at Wendy's there."
Not us.
Not my kid.
Yeah.
It happens.
Saddleback or Merritt in Oakland, bring back those type of tracks. First decade BMXers. Valencia says no. Vet Pro Cruiser Class should happen.
No, just pro cruiser class should happen.
Pro Cruiser. Now, okay, yeah, you talking 4 to 5 in US, and they ain't going for $100. Wait, what?
They ain't doing it for $100. Yeah, like for the whole shot or
Oh.
a race. I mean, when April's only getting $300, last year they did it, $300 for a win. They ain't gonna pay the women vet pro much either.
No.
So and they're not gonna do it for
And
nothing.
what's in it for him? Like, really, when Elise is done, what's in it for her?
She'll be coaching kids. She'll have her own facility
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Her and Sam will. Yeah,
That's what I see.
you know,
I-
Amanda Carr is doing it.
Yeah.
You know, she's still involved with BMX, but and then I kind of don't blame her. You know, we all know, like I'm injured, like right now, and it's aches and pains, and we're hurt all the time. Like and there's no getting away from it. Like the older we get,
When the old injuries
except for
freaking
Mike, he never gets hurt.
when
or
it
whatever.
It's because he's seasoned, Jim.
Season. That would.
He's marinated.
Yeah.
right? So it's just like
I'm still.
Okay. Still covered in bush, huh?
yeah, god dang, dude. But you know what? I think, man, women vet pro would be freaking killer though.
It would be fun for a national or two, but it just wouldn't last.
You know, the thing that they should do, like, and is maybe they, you know, you go back to the national scene and how they're doing it right now with the pros. They kind of have to. This COVID thing is just like it's throwing the wrench in the gears.
Right.
Everybody knows it. And if you haven't dealt with it already, just deal with it. Because until it's done, it's done. Politics aside, whatever. Like, we're not going to change it.
Right.
Nobody's changing it. And USA Bmx has done a real good job of that.
They have really stepped up their game.
However
on
they did it.
Getting the nationals in, even though they've had to cancel and change a lot of the schedule around. They made it happen, and I tell you what, it showed at Grands last year when we were there.
What do you think about them scratching A Pro?
I think
It's kind of a tough. It's kind of a catch-22 in a way.
it's you know, and again, it's my opinion. Like, and I have a lot of them, and you know what opinions are like.
Yeah, we all got one of those.
We're in the garage and we're in prime time, Jim.
No,
so
this is the
anything
studio,
goes,
man.
bro. It's like the studio garage
The studio is amazing.
until we get solar.
So
Jason Silva.
He's asleep. Quit.
one of the problems I think with BMX in the United States is that the UCI stuck their hand in it, and I also think this just came up the other day. Like USA BMX it's 10 years now since it became USA BMX when NBL was bought.
Right.
I went to that thing.
And it-
That was a big topic earlier this week. Yes.
So one of the things I think happened is this competition between NBL and ABA was now absorbed, and it's easy to become complacent. That's a big word, but I know how to spell it. Complacent when you don't have competition. Like if I go out every weekend and I'm racing BMX and I win, I don't want to do it anymore. Like I'm over it. I want the bus to pull me. I want Rick Lowry to be ahead of me, and I'm like, man, how can Rick be ahead of me? But I know because he's training, you know, or whatever it is.
You talking about me?
You
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, no, Rick's taller than you, right?
Everybody taller than him. What do you think, Jim?
But
Freaking Low Rider
when the
Rick's
NBL
cocky.
got taken away and it became this USA BMX, I mean, you could see it back then. People were like, this isn't good. And there was a significant drop-off of racing, I think. So when it starts back with the Pro-Ams, and I do not, again, it's me, my own opinion, I do not like Pro-Ams. Because I think that if you're going to be a professional, you should turn professional. I think that's fair. Because at this point, when the pros are going out and they have to get the amateurs to come in and race with them, I don't think that's giving the pros justice. And it dumbs down the professional end. Now, granted, there's amateurs that are badass and can beat the pros.
There's one
Nick
right there.
Adams, he's
proved it.
but Nick has every opportunity to become a professional racer.
Absolutely.
When they squash the A Pro class, I think they're taking away Nick's opportunity to go and get his feet wet.
The development side of getting into that pro level. Right?
Yeah. Derek Jeter, baseball player, in case anybody doesn't know.
Yep.
He played minor league baseball before he became Mr. New York.
All right.
And the A Pro class was that minor league baseball. And it developed.
Mm.
What's the incentive now for Nick, who is fast, lightning fast, right?
Right.
But what's his incentive to turn pro now? Because he has to go in and he's going against Day. He's going against Connor.
In the mix. It's like right off the get go.
Right. And
Right.
and to go back to that, like when Connor was still amateur and raced mountain or a dew tour race, I think, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he won.
Yes.
Right.
Well, Connor was primed at that point. He was ready to go. He was on free agent.
Right.
They were marinating him. They knew.
Yeah.
Connor was the one, but he had his place. And then I think he still raced. He didn't win national #1 amateur,
No.
but he was right there, and they kept him as an amateur, even though he had raced that race. They kept him as an amateur to see if he could get the title. As soon as that was done, Connor
Pro, right?
went
Yeah.
pro, and so that's an exception. That's LeBron James going from high school to the NBA.
Right.
Right.
Like, and there are those exceptions. I don't see that happening right now.
Yeah.
Like Cam Larson was amazing as an amateur, and he went into the pro class, and he's fast by all means, but he wasn't going to beat Connor.
Yeah.
Like, who's been beating Connor over the last 2 years, 3 years? Cam Wood beat him, and everybody's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Cam Wood is," and I hope Cam Wood wins more. Like,
Right.
but then who wins this weekend?
Dade. Yeah, because you're
old
you're talking back in Phoenix because Cam Wood friggin' ended up getting the W down there that weekend, and you know what, I agree, and I think too, you know what, a lot of the younger riders though, I think they're in the mix and they're up for the challenge, like Larson.
Yeah.
Larson's like, he's focused, he's in, he's like, hey dude, I'm here, dude, I'm gonna make a statement, I'm gonna do my best. Here we go.
But it's so much harder than I think with not having a pro to step into first.
Yeah.
It's
get your
almost
feet
unfair.
wet. Yeah, and so that's also disenfranchising the kid who is in Kansas, who is a fast local. He's making his mains at a national, and he wants to be a professional BMX racer. We can like it or not. You're not going to get paid, but you got to still remember that kids are still like, I want to be a professional BMX racer.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
And so what's the incentive for him to even stay in BMX at some point where he's just like, well, I can't compete against these guys right now. We want to.
Right.
Like, I want to at 50 be like, I'll line up next to Connor. Connor's gonna smoke my ass.
Right.
Like, I'm not even in the same zip code as Connor at this point.
Yeah.
I remember racing Donnie at a Pro-Am years ago, and it was a tangent one, and I just remember getting a gate. I'm all, at least I'm next to the guy who won the bronze medal in the Olympics, and I'm like, okay, I have a chance until the gate hit, and I'm like, wow, he's really fast.
Oops.
Look, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so,
I can feel that. I
and
can't.
that's what happens with these other kids. Yeah, by all means, dude, you can pay your dues. You can go and
Those are expensive
Live
dues
that
now
life, yeah,
to go to jump right into
You know,
the
I think they changed it with how like the past 2 years it dropped down so much, and
But
I
the
think
A Pro always had big numbers.
but I think they're like, you know what, we need to make it one so we can get the rider count up and everything, and it's like
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
taken
tough.
away from like, okay, you got Nick and then you got Larson, you know, Shibby went in at the right time, you know, Adams, he's an up and comer. You got Dade and Fields. Everybody's still in there. Nick Long. I think Nick can actually go into Vet Pro, can he?
yeah,
Is he 30 yet?
it's 32, right?
Oh, so he.
I think Vet
Oh,
Pro's
so
32
then Nick's
now.
like a year or two off then.
Yeah, I think he's 30.
You know, but he's close.
Yeah.
He's close. But he's still in there dicing it up with the dudes. You know, so I think it's kind of like a catch-22. You know, I mean, look what Riley House did last year. You know, he started off in the single A, then went double A, and was like, okay, I'm going elite.
Right.
And he was there in the mix. And then the same thing, Cam Larson did the same thing.
There are certain riders that can get away with that. But I think the majority of the amateurs that are 17, 18 years old and want to go pro, the majority are
Right.
not going to have a fun time with that, and they're going to want to quit, and they're going to lose that number of pros.
So
that
now
they
you're
have.
losing that premier
Right.
amateur category, right? These kids are like, well, I'm not going to turn pro, and I don't want to race the Elliott brothers anymore, or like
Exactly.
Austin Peebles, or
Whoever.
that's just the local dudes here, right?
Right,
Like
yeah.
in this area, but across the nation, it's like, well,
Same in
so
every track.
we're going to be 17, 18, and then we're going to be was it 19 to 21 or whatever, and then or 20 or whatever, and then 21 to 29,
25,
whatever,
yeah.
however they're doing the classes now, right? So where's the incentive at some point when? I mean, when I was 21, I wanted to be everything. I wanted to do this and do that, and BMX and whatever I was doing, and there's not that incentive now to be a professional BMX racer.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Like the sanction is they have the putty in their hands and they're molding it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do this and that, and it's almost sometimes like they're trying to throw mud at the wall and hope it sticks. Oh, is this gonna work? It's like football. You get a quarterback who comes out of college and they're badass, and then they go through 6 different offensive coordinators, quarterback coaches, and they can't keep a front line for them.
Right.
You're not going to be successful.
Right.
And it's kind of the same thing. If you look at apples to apples like that, you're like, well, these kids are like, okay, you can be A pro, but you have to be this age now. And then the next year, it's like, okay, well, if you're A pro, then you're going to race this, and then. Oh, we don't really care what you do with A Pro now. It's up to you to step into in Double A or to Elite or whatever the hell they call it now. Like,
Right.
so it's been changed so much in the last 5 years. It's ridiculous. You're like, that's not fair. It's not fair to those kids that want to do that.
No, because you go back to even like Owie. It was 16 when he could turn pro.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's 18 now, right?
I think they made it 18.
Turn pro, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at 16, these kids were turning pro and they were doing well. And they had a chance in A Pro, Some of them went through it real quick, like Owie went through it like nothing. But then got to the lead and realized, everybody's fast up here, because he always checked out.
Clapman.
Oh, gee, Josh Clapman. Dude, yeah.
Main Van Ogle.
Yeah.
Like,
They just, and you know what? They were at the peak of their, exactly. They were at the peak of their game.
Who's
dude,
Josh
Clatty Daddy,
Maguelos?
Yeah.
I mean, all
The Hebrew Hammer, dude. Those guys were like, right when he was on Crouppy.
Claddad.
Yeah, Clatty Daddy. He was at the prime of his game, and then just like, boom, that's it. He's up there like by Canada, like fishing salmon.
Yeah.
Lake Paulson.
I think he's getting married soon.
Yeah, that's talent right there.
Or Van Ogle's out riding his mountain bike all over.
Van Ogle
I mean, the Patterson
and
brothers, they just stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, they were at the last Grands, and then I haven't heard anything
Danny
about it.
Patterson got married, had kids. Like, that's awesome. I
Right.
follow him. I see him all the time. I'm stoked for the dude.
Yeah.
And Robbie, I don't know. I think Robbie's just working. There was no, like, it had changed so much. Even when they were in that age group where they could have stepped into the pro class, I remember we were like, oh, Robbie Patterson's going to turn A pro.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he showed up as an
The
amateur.
Patterson brothers were freaking cool.
Yeah, Dustin
BMX
Hammond,
need-
another one that could have stepped right
BMX
into it.
needs a government
And didn't,
council.
had no desire
The
to.
team rise or big Wayner Narf.
He fell asleep on an egg roll,
I
on a
know,
sushi roll.
I know, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta love Wayner.
I saw Wayne at,
That should be
at
deleted and not allowed.
At Elk Grove today, and then I saw Wayne out racing. So.
Dude, Wayner's gotta go.
Rainer is on a roll with
And
everything
he
right
put
now.
in like 1,000,000 miles last week on his mountain
The
bike.
dude, he is everywhere,
Everywhere.
man. I share his YouTube videos and stuff from the trails, man. The guy's got it going on. He's got a solid freaking the Narf team out there,
Ready to
branding
go.
jerseys, looking really good. Leo's over there doing plyos and stuff.
Jeremy's ready to fall asleep.
Josh Owe.
Yeah.
Josh Owe.
What? Yeah.
Josh Owe has checked in to the chat room a year into the show, Mike.
Finally.
Josh Owe is finally freaking checking
Somebody
in.
said, dude, Hacksaw's talking about you, Owie.
I was a
He
kid
felt the
trying
vibe,
to-
Jim.
I was a
He
kid
had-
trying to compete with
He
men.
knows I'm in the area.
Mainly, I was.
You
it
know
was
what?
very hard.
Owe is only like 10 minutes driving distance away. He could end up in the garage.
He won't do it tonight, but I guarantee he should.
I tell you what, he will get a summons letter.
You look good doing it, though, Josh. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about that. We all enjoyed watching that.
There was one of my, still to this day, one of my favorite racers ever is Josh Owie.
How's that jet ski running that you won?
Yeah. I mean, that kid is just so smooth.
How do you remove the sanction? Let's look at freestyle for a second. So kids turn pro and they go out there and they slay it, and it's definitely different until now where they're going in the Olympics, and now they're literally training for the Olympics. Paris Bmx is living in North Carolina. Ariel Martin is her trainer. Remember Ariel?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, we gotta back this up. Okay, Ariel Martin, BMX. Ariel Martin is Paris's trainer.
Ariel Martin was going to the Olympics, and Jill Kittner stole it from her.
No, I remember that part.
Yep.
But but Ariel has a freestyle background.
No.
She's
Ariel
a trainer
has
to
a
be
training
athletic.
background.
As an athlete.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's why Paris is in North Carolina. I mean, she's there because Ryan Nyquist is there and Daniel Dares, and they're riding all the time.
She's got and Nikita and everybody in their brother.
Well, they're all there.
They're all riding. Their Instagram is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because their backyards are freaking awesome.
So, but she is there because OTC is done.
Right.
You know, and they were like, oh, where are we going to train now? So, you know, everybody packed up and moved back east. And Ariel's a great person for Paris. Paris is a trainer. She wants, like, if she wasn't doing it, she'd be MMA fighting, because Paris was really good at MMA fighting too. So,
Dude, go ahead and check me at a turn, see what happens, right?
You want this?
yeah. So, but Paris is a trainer. Like, I've known her forever. She's driven. She knows what she wants. When she gets that goal in her head, she's going to do it. And so, like, it's freestyle, though. Like, really? What's his name down here in Southern California, the monster kid? Pat Casey. You seen his backyard?
Yes, we just had that conversation last week.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And
Like,
unreal.
He has every ramp set up and every way to set it up that's humanly possible, probably.
Yeah, and the sponsors built it for him. I mean, what the? It's outrageous. I mean, how these energy drinks are just able to just throw money at these
Right.
kids.
And that was the other conversation, was like, well, where are the big sponsors for BMX? Until there's an image for BMX racing that is compatible, there's not going to be big sponsors. You'll get Wave Runner, right? Like,
We had Suzuki, we had Yamaha, we've had a few, but it's been a while.
yeah, you want Audi. You want Apple.
Toyota. Well, Brooke, probably not Brooke, but at least brought Toyota into the game. I mean,
Right.
she got sponsored by them.
Individually.
Right. Just like when Donnie got sponsored by Hewlett Packard.
Right.
Who'd have thunk, you know?
Who is the biggest? I mean, other than Red Bull, right? Red Bull is big. We know that. But Red Bull isn't going to take BMX under its wing and say, okay, we're going to really promote BMX racing, because they're too vested in their athletes. And Simonik coming out with another 100-second video, that's
Simonik.
nasty.
Right.
Seminuk.
They're making more money off of that
This
30
guy.
million view
But
than they are off of, USA BMX national number 864 for 2021, and Red Bull is the sponsor. They're not doing anything off of that, and so it like somewhere it has to like stop. There has to be this pro class that's a pro class that these guys can make money doing it, and the women. The women train
Right.
as hard as the men. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
And then out of that pro class, you get fame. You get people who are become these images in the sport, and then from that image, that's when you'll see those sponsors come in and say, "Hey, you know what, ESPN? You should really be putting this on TV." It doesn't matter what the track is.
Right.
Like that track that we're in Alabama.
Yeah.
yes, Dothan.
Did you see they are, and excuse my language, they're fucking flying down that first
That
straight.
track is killer, bud. That
Dude,
track is
With the
dick.
crossover and everything?
And it ain't no 8-meter hill.
No.
That's a straight up, you're pedaling your ass off down that straightaway, and you, like that main Friday night,
Dude,
clang,
they were
clang,
getting,
bang.
So now okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there because I posted this earlier in the week too on the beer page. Do we need more tracks like that? Do we need out of the ordinary?
Less
like
cookie
with
cutters,
the
yes.
with the crossover. Jeremy, what do you think? Leo, Jim,
For sure.
You know, I mean, because it's something. It's like you kind of need something for me looking at a national like aspect. You need to take away like that home field advantage. Now the crossover thing, I don't care if what track or whatever. That's cool. It's gonna be interesting. They're gonna send it. They're gonna get it done.
They did it indoor a few years ago.
That's what I was telling Jeremy. There was a handful of years ago, 5-6 years ago, when I was at Louisiana, the National East do. They did have that. You know, it was on a smaller scale.
Right.
But still, they had it. Man, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. Oh yeah.
I mean, a Z-roller is not changing it up.
No.
You know, that's just not.
That shit happened in '89 in Reno, dude.
Right.
Let's put a couple of pieces of dirt down and we're going to call them moon bumps or whatever they called them, and then you're going to ride through them, and there's a line that develops like 3 minutes into practice and nobody's going anywhere else other than that. Like, but the track is the track. Again, I go back to the fact that like I've been at races and it's straight up cookie cutter. Vegas, indoor.
Oh, 650 feet.
Okay, that's great, but instead of crying about it, I just show up and I'm like, well, I got to still race the same dudes, and we're all on the same track, and
Right.
that gate falls for all of us. Just race the track, and maybe like, and again, we can't be complacent about it. Like, we should still be like, hey, dude, give us something more. You know, we want BMX. Give us a drop off. Like throw in something like that. And Lance, who builds the tracks, and Billy and those guys, they know, and they're also handcuffed. They have to.
It's got to be compatible for everybody.
At the Grands, how many motos?
770, 765, something like that.
You have to make a track that isn't going to take everybody out.
Yeah, because we don't have enough time to be picking everybody up off of there and get it done.
What would be cool, I think, would be what if you had an indoor and outdoor season?
It's like Supercross.
Yeah.
And
Because Supercross tracks are not outdoor motocross tracks.
Right.
Supercross track, you're
It's
this
about
guy's
jumping
in
and-
third gear and everything's like this.
Right.
Like you're like this.
Right.
And
Outdoor motocross tracks is Hangtown and Eli Tomac hanging it out to fly 130 feet, dude. There's a big,
Big difference in
that's a
that.
big difference.
right.
And maybe you're separating those systems. And then the Grands are going to be indoors no matter what. So what, okay, so everybody kind of conglomerates at the end and races the Grands, and you give that not cookie cutter track, because the Grands always has something unique to it. The
Yeah.
length of it, those
Pro
big old
sets.
bowl corners, the pro sets, stuff like that.
Water holes.
Yeah.
So
Bring
so
back
Mike
the water
Davis
hole.
Mike Davis is chiming in and saying, take Supercross for example. JGR, Joe Gibbs Racing, couldn't get a sponsor for their team with all their NASCAR influence. They couldn't get anyone on board, and that sport is 10 times bigger than BMX.
Right. Who was on Joe Gibbs Racing, Mike? Like who was on that team?
Malcolm Stewart was
Was he?
back a handful of years ago. He was, I believe.
I mean, those dudes are badass. by all means.
They definitely I remember it because that was back in my NASCAR days too. Because I remember their motocross team.
Doesn't Joe Gibbs have a Super Bowl ring?
Yes.
He does.
Okay.
He's kind of smart in the whole
Yeah.
competition competition
strategic
aspect.
aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug
And
Williams, right?
marketing.
Yes.
Yes, Doug Williams.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God! I can't just bring that up. Holy
so
shit.
what?
That
So
goes back.
so do you think
Doug Williams.
having a title sponsor would help it?
I think it would make it easier to market to CBS.
I mean, you're not gonna. But like you said,
ESPN.
you're not until the racing is top notch and people are. Just it's back to the old school with banging bars, Harry Larry style. You know, if my sponsors paid me to win, if it comes to me winning or taking you out, I'm taking you out. I mean,
Yeah.
people want to see some action. I mean, I don't want to see, not that they want to see people get hurt, but they want to see excited. They want to be excited because honestly, most pro races are like it's by the coming out of one, it's pretty single file.
Like, what was it? The first year Connor won the title, which was what was
Three
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
He's won it 3 times in a row now, or two
He
times.
won
in a
two
row?
times. Well, he won one of the year that Joris won it, then he won two. Yeah.
So the first year that Connor won it, it was him and Joris. It was second main event. they go into the first corner. Everything's on the line, and Connor actually bumped Joris. It was the first time I've ever seen in modern BMX racing that.
Really?
And Joris was like, "Whoa, dude!" hold
You know
on."
what? I was waiting for that yesterday, dude, because Joris and Connor were in gates 1 and 2.
Right.
And
Everybody's so clean.
And
Well, we have a 30-foot rule now too, and unless is that still a rule for the pros, or is that just
It's a rule
amateurs?
for everyone.
Is it?
Yeah.
So the 30-foot line, you can't do nothing. I mean, because think about back in the day, dude. The guy who got the best gate man in gate 8, he was coming to gate 1 in 20 feet,
Yeah.
taking everybody out.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that.
And you see it. I was watching racing tonight, and it was like, I don't know, intermediate, and you know, factory dads were like in force as usual. Whatever, they're into their kids, I get it. But I see this kid come out of the gate. He's in 6 probably, and 30 foot, and that kid's in 1, and it's like just blatantly like wham across the track. And at that point, I'm just like, dude, let your kid learn how to pull somebody down a straightaway. You went from lane 8 in Roseville.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
getting shit done, dude.
And I get it. You want the best for your kid. That's cool. That's great.
Right.
But also, at some point, you got to be like, okay, Junior. Well, remember, if that kid runs your ass over, you just get up and deal with it. And Dad can't be in the parking lot going 10x 1998
Right.
Roseville and going and finding the other dad and be like, your kid took my kid out. Well, your kid cut over from lane 8 to 2, dude. Like,
Yep.
So it was dicey back in the day. I
Yeah,
mean,
well-
come out of the gate and bam, you were hit, and like everybody's swapping around and everything, and it was fun. Like by all
John
means.
Crabtree's chiming in saying no 30 foot for pros. I can see that.
Is it no 30 foot?
I think it is. I think so. That's why I said that. I wasn't positive,
I think UCI is no 30 foot.
but there are still sanctioned by the UCI though. I think he's right.
It's still part of it, I
But
believe.
yeah, I mean the amateurs, we definitely have it, but still, but even for the pros, they don't use it.
Right.
I mean, like I said, George, and I mean, I get they're on the same team. You don't want, they're not gonna. Connor did it one time because he wanted it more. He wanted it more than Joris did. And
Yeah, and there was a straight bump. Like
Yeah.
it was, like I remember it. I'm screaming for Connor. I want him to win. He's a Nevada dude. Like I remember Connor being at then Bighorn, which is now Battleborn, at state races, and my son racing him. My son was the intermediate. Connor was this little, like I
That's
think Connor's 2 years younger than my kid, but they get grouped in. You know,
How old's your son?
he's 30.
So him and my son did race.
Yeah, yeah, and I just remember him like being there and Mike, his dad, running around, and you know, and like Connor won the gold medal and come back to Battleborn to do a clinic. Like, and I know Crabtree he kind of set it up, but there was a lot of like, I want to go and do clinics in Nevada tracks. Like I want to go back and do it, you know, because I raced there before, and it was rad that Connor came up and did it. It was a fun time.
He went to. I watched a video of one of his when he was doing his own YouTube on TV, YouTube channel. He had gone to a couple of schools in Nevada as well.
Yeah.
Not just the ones that he went to, but and went and spoke and talked to kids. And I was like, I mean, I get it's probably part of what you have to do after you win a gold medal. I mean, to an extent. But I was really surprised. He did a really good job of it. I was like, it wasn't cookie cutter, and it wasn't like he was being forced to do it.
Yeah.
He seemed like he enjoyed it, which for me was like, I thought that was awesome for the kids.
And Connor's a marketable dude, by all means.
Yeah.
You know, like, why isn't Connor on the big sticker at 7-Eleven on the Monster thing? That's
You know what? He's got the monster claw on the helmet, man.
yeah, but where is he at in the marketing for Monster? That's
I mean, yeah, and
did Rockstar just drop a bunch of people?
Rockstar dropped Brooke Crane and
a
Ryan
bunch.
Nyquist.
Adam Jones, motocross.
Yeah,
like,
Adam Jones
Reno dude.
over there in your area
Yeah.
too. That was the third one.
Yeah.
Those are the three that I know.
Yeah.
It was Jones, Crane,
They
and
got rid of
Nyquist.
a bunch of their like surf guys and all these.
Oh,
other
the surfer.
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure that out. That was like what 2 months ago when we
yeah.
seen all that.
They're cutting the fat. I get it,
Yeah.
but also, I'm surprised more of the BMX racers did not get hatched because, well, Connor is the exception because he's
Just pass him on bedtime. There's a button on the wall.
He's gotta go build his bike.
No, you don't have the rest of the market.
Get
You
ready
can't.
to go.
Oh, you don't have the dropouts, huh?
They're
His wife
coming.
His
I'll
wife
have
wanted him on TV. Now she
I'll
wants
have
him home.
soon.
But playtime's over. Come home now.
Have a good night, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Jeremy,
thanks,
thanks
Jeremy.
for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Hey, you did a great job, Leo. Thanks. Hey, nice race tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Good job, GoDaddy.
You better put on video.
I know. Damn it, Nevada!
Connor needs to sell. Connor, he is a marketing major. Yep. Connor is
Connor's
making.
making his.
Yeah,
Yeah, Connor's got it going on.
He just got his bachelor's from UNLV.
The dude.
Yeah, I did see that. I
You
saw
can't
that.
take
Yes.
nothing away from freaking Connor.
No, he put the time in.
I don't. You know, and his name is prevalent because it's Connor. He has the gold medal. He did it. Where'd BMX come from? United States. You know, like Connor won the gold medal.
Right.
Maris wasn't supposed to win it. Mike Day was.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
Machine
Maris
was a
was
machine.
just
though.
like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
He played hooky all all preliminaries.
How smart was he?
I think he was a
Yeah.
genius.
Well, you know, but the thing
Because no one picked him. I mean, I'm sitting there watching every moto, and I'm like, I didn't put him in my top 4.
Yeah.
And then he come out of the gate, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
But he was smart enough to like get that gate position too. That main event.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Beijing. Why
Day-
isn't Mike Day in lane 1? Oh, because Maris Stromsberg won when he needed to win.
Mhm.
You know, and nothing against Mikey. Mikey was amazing, but he just got.
It was a
outsmarted.
hell of a fucking day. I tell you
Yeah.
that right now. It was a freaking nail biter for sure.
And the other thing is, there's a place for that type of racing.
Mhm.
Like for the professional ranks, like they need to show them jumping. There needs to be jumping. Like
Yeah.
BMX has gotten their ground magnets, you know. Like,
Right.
And it, I don't know, like you don't want the 6-year-old to get hurt by any means, but I want to see 17, 18X sending.
Put it up there.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know, what happens? So what happens when there's a BMX track that gets built indoors? The last Reno National, and they put this double into the second corner that just make or break. And
It was, too.
and people were complaining about it. It's too hard. No, you wanted to jump. Everybody's
Because
always
everybody
like,
was. They were everybody
Yeah.
close. We need more jumps at these tracks.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching. Matter of fact, Danny Mendieta. He fought. He never complained. He fought it and fought it and fought it, and it damn near broke him off. But he did all right. But it was like, man, you know, be careful what you wish for.
You bet. Like, and there has to be some sort of a trade-off where it's like, well, let's make it big so that people are going to jump it, and it's faster to jump it when you're 16 years old.
Right.
But let's make it so, you know, little Johnny Jr., that's 6 novice,
I'm not gonna die.
is going to make it through the track safely. Like,
Right.
it's, you know,
It's hard.
I don't know how Lance and Billy and those guys, they, you know, I hear people all the time, it's follow the leader and all that bullshit. It was follow the leader back in the day too. Like,
Right.
get over it. Deal with it.
You know,
Yeah.
given your time and space or whatever, you know, you can only do what you can do.
And I mean, they do a great job. I mean, like you said, they're handcuffed.
Yeah.
You do what you can do, but you're right. I mean, and it's hard. How do you? I guess it's not. Well, you build jumps all the freaking time. I mean, you can build jumps that people can get over. All people can get over. But if you want to go fast enough, you can send it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what you want.
And I'm not talking trails where you're building like these middles that have nothing, you know, there's nothing in the middle. Like, that's, I would never ever even think about suggesting a 9-year-old kid who has limited experience jump a jump like that. But I didn't build Fernley, but I went back and rebuilt Fernley a lot, and I've worked in Fernley a lot, and you come out of that first corner and there's a tabletop there.
Oh man, Fernley's. Oh, Fernley.
I'll tell you what,
Let me tell you this.
Jacob Holmes, that kid, you know, Jake Crabtree when he was racing.
Wait a minute, you
lot.
get to go back to Fernley? Last time I saw you at Fernley, you got kicked out.
Fern Tucky.
No, yeah. No, I did not get kicked out. I did not.
You told me you couldn't come. Wait a minute.
I got told by USA BMX that I
You
was a
couldn't
bad
come.
boy,
Oh.
and I got banned from Carson City
But we weren't in Carson City. How did you get
because said person was
Carson
working
City?
with Carson
Ah.
City, and yeah, and
That wasn't a bad. That was a good time to get banned from that track. To tell you
Yeah.
the truth, it's.
well, and okay, think about that. Carson City is different, and it's awkward. Like you're in lane 1, you're in lane 8, and if you're in lane 8, you are 2 pedals down out of the gate already. And granted, Mary Leeming has been there forever. She runs it. She keeps BMX alive there. So you can't condemn her for doing it.
No, it was like you said, 1 and 8. It's
Yeah,
there's nowhere to go.
It's not fair.
Right.
With all that, Carson City has sand pockets in it, and it's old school BMX racing sometimes. When I would go to Carson before, I remember like putting a comp 3 on the front.
Really?
So I would go to the corner, and I might be trudging dirt up and sending a roost, but I was sticking in the corner, and the other dudes are like running Tioga, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and they're slipping out, and I'm like, you know, I'm out of here, you know, and it's hard. Second straightaway goes up a hill.
Right.
It always has. Well, not always, because it used to be like when it was NBL way back when it snaked around and there was a water jump and it went down the hill. It was like a cool track then.
Right. It was definitely different.
So everybody's going to be like, well, Carson City sucks. No, Carson City doesn't suck. It's just another BMX track.
Right.
And if you drive there to race and you show up, then shut up and race it.
Yeah.
Like,
If you drove that far,
figure it out.
deal with it.
Yeah, figure it out. South Lake Tahoe, that first corner is gnarly, dude.
What was the track they had a big race there with the Gold Cup last year? Was it Arizona?
It was down in Arizona.
And
Yeah,
everybody was bitching.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was.
You know you're gonna go. It's the finals.
Right.
No. It was they relocated it.
Right.
It wasn't like on the schedule, but you know, USA BMX had to like do it like a Hail Mary. Like,
Right.
hey, we got to get this race ended. We're gonna try and find a track, and then yeah, you know, it was a older track.
Right.
Okay, what like not really like up to like certain people's specs and stuff. You know, asphalt corners and stuff had a little bit of cracks in it. The dirt was kind of sketchy. You know, wasn't soil tacked,
Yeah.
wasn't slurry or whatever. So everybody was kind of like, "Oh god dang, dude, this track's horrible." But that was with the newer parents that
Yeah, the new
they're like the past 2 years is like. Their bikes are built for speed,
Right.
For
Soil tack,
slurry
asphalt,
and asphalt
everything.
corners. Like, we don't know what to do, kind of thing. Like they're like pandemonium.
Yeah.
And I saw that,
You
and I'm
know?
thinking, man, just remember back in the day, Kings BMX, Oakdale Pioneer Arena, Angels Camp, Frogtown. I mean, all these tracks. I got pictures of me racing a track. It looked like some kids were cutting through a field to get home from school.
Sunhole.
Sonoma.
Oh yes,
Sonoma.
right off 84.
I mean, just holy, and we. I don't ever remember thinking, oh, this is gonna. The only thing I can remember thinking is, God, this starting hill's a long way up in Angels Camp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 5, and I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit, 2 rollers, and then that 30-foot turn. I remember being scared. I mean, I thought I was justified.
I remember my dad taking me. I lived in Ohio the first time I raced BMX, and we went to a motocross track,
Really?
and the motocross track went up the hill. So we started at the top of the hill, and it wasn't like there was no 6 novice.
No.
I raced dudes who had beards, like,
yeah,
and it was a rubber band.
Yep.
yeah.
And I got dead last every time. And I never ever did better than dead last at that place. And there was moto ruts, and it was just nasty. And not to be like, oh, old school's the better school. No,
That's
it
not the
wasn't.
point. No.
I like the new tracks. I like the fact that I can generate speed at 50 years old, and I can get that thrill. I don't care if I win. I want it to be fun for me,
Right.
and I want it to be safe for me and you and Rick and whoever else we're racing. You know.
Mhm.
So, like, it's like I hear it all the time, and I'm like, just stop. you went to the race. Don't bitch about it.
Right.
Just go there and be like, you know what? It's not favorable for us. Oh well. Let's figure it out.
Everybody's
Let's see
got the
what
same.
happens.
Everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Everybody lines up in the gate.
Yep. No one's got comp threes. We all got Tiogas or Arisons or Baxes or whatever.
Yeah.
We're all doing the same thing.
And it's, you know,
How do you feel about Ryder Cup?
when they first built Fernley, the first corner was loose, dude. It was dirt and just gnarly. And I remember going out there, and I was just like, oh. And I'm racing a bunch of locals and going to the first corner and just like slashing the corner and just dirt flying everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, you know. And dude,
Well,
you
yeah,
got
dude,
me dirty.
fun-
I'm
dude,
like,
fun
shut
being
up,
dirty.
get out of here.
Fun shit like that
Yeah.
though is like that's part of riding a bike.
Yeah.
I mean, when
That's-
you're out there like on the verge of out of control, and it's like you get those oh shit moments, and it's like that's where the fun pops in. It's like, oh dude, that was awesome. That was
BMX.
rad. Yeah.
That's bicycle motocross. That's
Remember,
what that means.
remember putting zip ties on your frame and had them going in so you could knock all the mud off your tires?
Of course.
I mean, the big ones, the ching chins and those big old fat square knobbies.
You know, we're
dude.
talking about indoor racing like Lawler Event Center in Reno, 1984. They had this stage and they built these wedges, and then it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 obstacles and a U and a U. Coke syrup in the corners. We went to Kmart. We bought tires that were like for Schwinn Stingrays, you know, with not Comp 3 tread, not
Right.
snake bellies, and then Mom's Aquanet. And you spin that tire and you spray the Aquanet on there, and you get in the gate,
So sticky.
and you go into those corners, and it was put out like people losing their shoes because there's so much Coke syrup in the corner.
Yep.
And it was just like, it was insane how, you know, looking back on it, it was fun. It was really good racing because, you know, you're on concrete. It's going to be fast.
Yeah.
Like this thing that they're doing in Oregon, I'm like, man, I kind of want to drive up there and check it out. I think.
Dude, you're racing BMX.
Are they
bikes.
opening it? Are they going to be? Are they doing that for an extended amount of time, or is it just?
I don't
You
know.
don't know.
It really like legitimately just like happened.
I mean, because they can't. I would imagine they make more money with the K1 carts, but I say
Well, they're doing it like one day a week.
Oh. Ooh.
Rick, why does Donnie tag me?
The other, like,
What?
You don't
I have
know.
what
no
was
idea,
the
but-
show, Rail to Burn, right?
Rail to Burn, yeah.
Didn't they do a parking lot race down in Arizona?
Oh, Arizona. I know they did one in
I believe so. They did, but that was like a while back though.
But
Rail to Burn's been what,
Yeah.
has it been almost a year since Rail to
Yeah,
Burn?
it's been off for over a year now, probably.
They was it like a fucking old school fucking thing or something?
No, it
Maybe
was a
there.
parking lot. It was a parking
It
lot.
was in the
race.
parking lot, but I thought it was like
I don't think there was obstacles. I think they just raced around
Like a
tires.
tire track.
Yeah, a tire
Yeah.
track.
there was something that something happened last year earlier on in the season
We're losing everybody.
down in SoCal. You know what? Hey, dude, we're sitting on 2.5 hours of being live.
I know.
You know what? And hey,
It's past everybody's
we
bedtime.
appreciate everybody that's still tuning in. Long,
that's not even midnight
dude.
yet.
Hey,
Shit.
dude, epic
Doing
friggin'
good.
epic friggin' show. I
Absolutely.
mean, I tell you what, dude. I cannot say friggin' more on having Big Jim here. You know, BLBP. You know, Jeremy coming
Jeremy
in.
Strauss coming in.
You know, and announcing his good news with Factory Majesty. But
Iowa loves that indoor cement.
there was a. Dude, what was it?
I don't remember. Well, Nick said they built a few ramps, a few wood ramps. It was in the parking lot, but they built a few ramps.
They did.
Yeah, that's what Nick said. I mean,
And then Nick, I got a bone to pick, kind of. I don't know if it was last week, and there was a question about, you know, tracks, and I think you were like, hey, you know, should there be more tracks? And Nick was like, no, less tracks.
right.
I get it. Like you're trying to direct people toward the tracks.
On
Roseville's
style-wise?
doing it.
Or
No,
No,
just
like
number of
in
tracks.
general.
Number of tracks. Should we have more? Should we have less?
But I think if you were to do that, there's geographically, there's areas where there's kids that they would never know about BMX racing, if that track happened to be there. And I can say that because I come from Reno, and kids would never where the track in Reno is located in Sun Valley. Like, it's out of the way. People don't know about BMX.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they find out about it, like, oh, I never knew it was here.
We
Well,
got
it's
that
been
up.
there for 35 years.
I hear that about Manteca's track
Yeah.
a lot. We've been here till 11 years. Well, I didn't even know we had a track. But
And
Yeah.
and Powell is in a beautiful, great area. Other than it gets windy, right?
Right.
Like, Powell gets
Oh,
windy.
yeah,
A little bit.
It's just windy.
But Powell is like an amazing track. It's fast. Like, the riders coming out of Powell are like solid.
Yep.
You have kids who are going to be chasing national titles from Powell.
Yep.
So maybe instead of like being like, well, maybe not as many tracks. How about keeping the tracks and kind of giving them a ranking where you're like, Roseville and Powell are like, these are top tier tracks.
yeah, they're battling
right?
for the state finals every year.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have like, what is it, Atwater or Manteca here, or these other tracks who are like, well, we're gonna continue with our racing, but we're actually feeding into that bigger track.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a big deal where that's where you're getting membership at. Like, and it's like it's a win-win, because yeah, maybe Manteca's racing Saturday morning,
Yeah.
but everybody knows that Saturday evening Roseville's going off, and there's 79 motos or whatever.
Right.
And so you're getting 2 races a day. It's I don't think it's too much. Like, you go to a BMX race, you get 2 motos in the main event. Like,
I think, yeah, and yeah, you know what, I
That's
remember,
not what-
I
okay.
remember that, and I think the one was like, I did say, you know what, is having that many motos too much? Because
Like
with
Roseville. Right.
last week,
Right.
having 79, like,
Right.
hey, it's great, but is it too much to have on a weekly basis?
Oh, I
You know-
had Stockton. We had 90 plus every week.
Yeah.
And loved it.
I remember driving out for stock.
Yeah.
races.
Loved it.
But, I mean, because, right now, it's like, it's different times.
It is different times, right?
That's the thing.
And I want to agree with Nick. Like, I want the trails and the pump tracks and all that. I want them to be defeaters, but that's not happening. What's happening at the trails and the pump tracks is you're getting a specific type. You're getting kids who are coming in and they're seeing Owen Davis throw a truck, and they're like, well, that's what I want to do. And it's not directing them to a BMX track. It's
Right.
directing them to go back and go find a skate park and do that.
Right.
And I hate pump tracks.
Yeah.
Like, they're great for 6 weeks,
Mhm.
and then they're done.
Yeah, you're not going to go ride them all the time.
But there's a specific type of rider now that's going to the pump tracks all the time. I only know it because I follow a bunch of full-on geeky stuff that's architecture based, and I see these things where they're actually, they're saying now in city parks and stuff, well, we have these pump tracks, so it should be taking care of the problem of illegal built stuff. No, it's not. The illegal stuff is still getting built. It's going to get built forever, because that's not the base. They are not going to go to that pump track. They're going to go there and mess around,
Right.
but they're not going to go there religiously.
Right.
And when that pump track gets boring, that base that's going there is gone.
Yeah.
So where are they going then? They're
Nowhere.
going back to the skate park or whatever. Like, a dedicated BMX track, make it dirt. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be a BMX track. But then there's this community that says, okay, well, oh yeah, we're going to race said track, and then everybody's going to go to Roseville tonight, or everybody's
Yeah.
going to Powell.
Yep.
Why? Because it's time to race that track.
The big 3 is Napa, Powell, and Oak Creek.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that they're there. Like,
Yeah.
how lucky is Northern California that they have these 3 tracks that
Well,
produce.
and the thing that really sucks with on my side too is after that big freaking state weekend over there in Ferntucky, over there in Fernley, last year, had you over there in the motorhome lot there, Jim.
What
Okay,
you guys doing?
great
I
freaking
may have had a beer with you.
a couple, great facility. You know,
Imagine that.
you got Battleborn right there.
Yep.
You know, you guys are still like now. You guys are under wraps, and you can't go and show what you guys got because I tell you what, it's freaking awesome. I can't wait to go to freaking Battleborn. I can't wait to go to Fernley. You know, and it sucks you guys are still freaking like
Shut down.
on the men.
And the like Fernley is out of the way. If you're out in the desert, like, there's lizards. You know, like,
Dude, oh yeah, there are.
and you have this gym out in the middle of not me, but this like diamond in the desert. I told Gabe, I told Holmes, Chris Mortensen, all of them. I remember we lit it up one time for a Halloween race, lights, and it was just gorgeous. And I was like, dude, this is a diamond in the desert. Like, this is seriously
I had a blast when we went there last time.
beautiful. And then you have that core group that has just like did everything they can to make that track what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Battleborn the same way. When Crabtree had it, John literally got sick because of Battleborn, because he was like constantly, I want to do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fundraise this way. We're gonna do this. You know. And I was there for the ride. I'm like, and he'd be like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Yeah, do it, dude." Like I was on the board. I can say, "Yeah, dude."
Mm-hmm.
John's motivated dude. He's gonna do what he wants to do to make that successful. The problem with Battleborn is it's in an area that isn't near that center of town.
Right.
And so where POW is on, it's in a pretty significant area.
Logistics wise.
Roseville's been on Riverside for
30 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Napa is Napa because it's Napa, like the city, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and so these places have success because of that. Vegas, you go down to Vegas, and was it Whitney Mesa?
Mm-hmm.
It's out of the way. You can tell. Like, they don't have the rider
Yeah.
count that Ed Fountain does. Because Ed Fountain is dead center, you know, it's right in
Yeah.
the mix. Urban, it's right there.
Yeah.
A kid can ride from his house and go race his motos and go home. And
Yeah.
so, that's a
sense.
lot of it. Like, geographic location is a lot of what BMX is. Fernley, and by no means would I ever want Fernley to be like in Reno, because it's Fernley. That
Right.
community owns that. Fernley, if it was in Reno or a facility that was near 395 and 80, like had that, people were like, oh, what is this, BMX? Oh, okay, we're there, you know.
Right.
Like that track we would probably be able to do 35, 40 motos.
Right.
Kill it.
Yeah, I think logistics really plays a part.
Yeah.
In a lot of the tracks
And
and
trying to
everything.
get us.
How they're located and
Right.
and getting to them and everything. It's like, dude, it's close by.
But the
Let's
track
go.
operators, their hands are tied because you can't go to the city or the county or whomever and be like, hey, well, you know, we want to build a track here. They're like, no, that's designated for soccer. No offense against soccer, but
Right.
like they're not like, you know, it's not in the master plan.
Right.
I've heard it so many times. Like,
I totally get it.
and so, you know, like it all goes back to like these smaller feeder tracks are so important for that local community to have people go, you know, the people from Roseville go to
Mhm.
Manteca when it's racing, right?
Right.
Right.
And you'll get these guys, and then there's a new family there, and everybody's like, well, you know, next weekend state race at Roseville, you're looking at 100 motos. It's going to be awesome. That new family's like, what do you mean Roseville? And then they get introduced to it.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring in at least 2 new people, no matter what. So
Guaranteed.
that's how you build that base, and that's where like building from the bottom, the local scenes. You know, everybody's always like, oh, you know, we did go back to the local scenes. Yeah, we do. Like, and it's happening.
Right now it is.
What
It's
is
getting
Al
there.
getting?
It's
Six-
getting there.
70 motos.
51.
Yeah.
51 last
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Between Pal, friggin' Santa Clara, or what?
Powell and Roseville.
Pal is Santa Clara. My bad.
125 motos.
You're between Santa Clara, Roseville, and friggin' Napa. You are slaying it.
Wasn't Lemoore like they were throwing down
Lemoore,
50 motos?
they're in the
They
they're in the mid 20s
During the week, yeah,
to
right.
almost 30s.
No, I mean last year when all this started happening and Lemoore had opened up there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Lemoore between like Saturdays, you were getting Lemoore down there with like mid-20s, almost 30s,
Mhm.
and they were driving up for Saturday nights to
Yeah.
freaking Roseville.
Yeah.
And
But that's your
That was
diehard.
that's local racing right
that,
there.
dude, that was, it was
You know?
because I announced at Bolt, and I was like, "Holy shit, we're getting shit
Yeah, I
done."
remember you did that. I was like, you're gonna do what?
I
Drive to
was like,
Lemoore, then drive to Roseville?
Well, the freaking, but it was like I had like 2 gallons of coffee
Yeah.
in the truck. It's like I'm announcing at Lemoore. I'll see you at Roseville, Mikey.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, definitely. Dude,
That's
yeah.
another track I've missed, Manzanita.
Dude,
Yeah,
I love Manzanita.
That fucker's fast.
Where's Manzanita at? Oh, Chad.
Yeah.
It's our
Boondale.
it's our tech
It's our
guy.
IT guy.
It's our IT guy.
And this kid rides for the team.
Stockton was amazing. Like I just
Yeah.
remember. I mean, you were taking your
The
life
tunnel.
in your own hands, but I just remember going there. I remember there was the national there, and they had the big boogie doubles.
Yeah.
The alligator in the corner in the water pit. Ronnie Anderson and Sean Texas trading elbows over the
Big
bridge.
Sean
It's like,
Texas.
just stuff like that where you're like, man, that was
Whenever
awesome.
whenever I hear Sean Texas, I always think Jim Riley.
Jim Riley.
Because Jim Riley I mean, you know what? Jim Riley and Redbone, they just do it, man. Shit.
Ray Rome.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I will never be on that level, man.
Hell, hey,
I'm
keep working on it. You might never
I'm
know.
mediocre, dude.
You just
never
gotta
knew.
come up with good sayings.
Catchphrases.
Usually.
What was Redbones?
Yeah,
What was
but
this?
you
Well,
know,
there was-
The comments of the announcer don't necessarily reflect the comments of the opinion of the sanctioning body.
What about wasn't it Rome was like, he's sticking to him like a cheap suit?
Dude, yeah.
It was, or, and I know it was an Al Royal at a flat floor race. She's off like a prom dress.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, he did not just
Yeah.
say that.
Well, Linda Dorsey
Linda Dorsey.
would call you out.
Yes.
You know what? I was on the verge. You know what? I've been on that point right now. Like,
Good night, John.
you know, on Crabtree. Peace out, John. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Pushing 3 hours. Yeah, we are running. I think we're at like a record, dude. We are at 2 hours and 40 minutes. So
If you see Dakota again, tell him I said hey.
hey guys, you know what, guys? You know what? Hey, any topics, anything you guys want, dude, remember, hey, private message, direct message, hey, everything goes freaking low-key McGee on this. There's going to be a handful of people out there in Manteca tomorrow morning, or well, actually,
About 11 hours.
This morning in, about 10 hours. So, hey, for everybody else that's still tuning in, Josh Owie is still tuning in.
I know, I saw
Are
that.
you kidding
Yeah.
me? I think he's in trouble.
No,
He
he got the Jameson out.
He might be in the garage.
He's got the
I think-
Jameson out.
Hey,
Yeah, Josh has a good Irish that's on the rocks, and he's sitting there right now, and he's just like,
No kids, no wife.
I
Everybody's in
think
bed.
he has
everybody's in bed.
he's got a softball game tomorrow.
and
I
And
doubt it.
he's also planning his daughter's Olympic run in gymnastics.
It's gymnastics.
I think it's the other way around. I think she's going to be on pay-per-view MMA.
Oh.
MMA now. All I know is that the BMX part of her life is done. If she as far as she's come so far in that gymnastics, she ain't riding a bike again.
What about Kevin Schenkel's kid?
That's a possibility. He's getting big. He's about Strider size.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Schenkel's right there too.
I mean, Schenkel was commenting on Sage Smith's post today.
What? I think Josh just don't like us anymore, Mikey.
That's not that.
You
You
know
know
what?
what? I tell you what. Well, I'll call him tomorrow and we'll talk.
He's biased. He doesn't want to come in the garage, dude. He's scared.
Hell, we'll do the show from El Jardines. I guarantee you'll show up.
I don't know, dude. Do you know people?
I know a few people.
I don't.
I do. I get us a booth.
I don't know how
I'll get
this-
us a big booth at El Jardines with those Josh and
I
I.
don't know how this goes, dude. If I can plug in the laptop, then maybe.
Oh, well, I'll get you a plug. We got a power cord.
But hey, all right. You know what, guys? Dude, we're gonna get in the after chat. Speaking of after chat, Justin, I know you're freaking still in there from Michigan, ripping
he's in bed.
it. No, he chimed in like 2 minutes ago.
No.
He's rested. He's good. Justin, you want to
Billy
get
hasn't commented either.
Who?
Billy.
Billy?
Not in a
Billy.
while.
He's busy.
Oh, he's
Okay.
out there petting his.
He's not as
he's
freaking
petting his
fat.
animals.
See, Josh,
the
Josh
ferret?
is cheersing right now.
See?
Jo-
Yeah, exactly.
Josh is up. Okay. Look,
I think I nailed it.
I'm telling you, dude, you struck a nerve, Jim.
You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get a hold of Josh, and I'm gonna get a bottle of Tullamore Dew, and me and him will just sit down and drink.
Yeah, he is still up. I was wrong. I apologize, Justin. I figured you wussed out already.
Justin, you want to get the Zoom friggin' after chat friggin' fired up,
He's
bud?
fucking fired
Let's
up.
go, son. Well, I told you.
Billy.
Hey, I told you. Keep the ferrets away from him.
that. Oh, Billy. Oh, Caddyshack.
Well,
oh, Billy.
Well, you know what? Billy's probably hanging out with friggin' Medley and Palmer, and that.
Is he there? Is Billy in there, Alabama?
You never know with Billy.
No, Billy's not in Alabama.
He's
No,
undiscllosed.
he's going to North Carolina next, or South Carolina next
You
weekend.
never know with Gate 9, dog.
He ain't there.
Okay, I'm just saying, dude. Okay, so hey,
You're going,
hey guys.
You guys are going to Texas?
So
Yeah.
Okay.
hey, Thunder Midget, Mikey Melvin, Homie Mike, Hacksaw, the legend, the man, the myth, Jim Seifert. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's gonna do it for Saturday night, Sunday morning. Yeah, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, yeah.
So, hey,
and we
guys,
got in early.
We did. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Any topics, any hot news, any gossip, any bullshit. It doesn't matter. Put it in the chat. Put it, direct message me, private message me. I don't give a damn. You guys make the show. I greatly appreciate it. Mike appreciates it. Jim, I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
For being such a great supporter of the show. So, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. And we're going to be in a private Zoom chat.
Yeah, we know what time it is, Justin. Thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
It's 3 a.m. Like we don't know.
Like he gives a goddamn.
Right.